All right. So, all right.
www.239hockey.net. Follow us on Twitter at 239hockey. What up, 239hockey fam? This is ESober Elitist, and I am Giant918, and I want everyone to know that it is me and none other than Jim Flaky Flake Flanagan and myself, along with our hosts of ESober Elitist. Jim Flanagan, what the hell is going on? I haven't seen you in a dog's life, man.
Hello, hello, hello. Friday night coming in, guys, live here on the Twitch channel. Giant, man, I've been waiting all week for this, man. It's been waiting day after day, and here we are. It's Friday. This ain't no rerun. This ain't no rerun. Don't adjust your Twitch channel because we're coming to you guys live as advertised on 239 Hockey. Friday night, Friday Elitist, Friday night Elitist, ESober here, coming to you guys. And Giant, man, we said we're going to bring the fire. We're going to bring the electricity here. And that's what the E tonight and ESober will be. The entertainment here for Friday. Because, hey, we said we're going to come live. We got the host here on the show, actually. Because this ain't no, we're not going to let you guys down, man. This ain't no Thursday letdown. And sure as hell it's your bro show, because those bros, I guess, decided bros before bros this week, but not the ESober show. Giant, I'm fired up, man. I'm ready to go, man.
All right, man. Please welcome our hosts of the show, Esoteric and Sober Enough.
I remember the
welcome to the show, man. Guys. What's going on, man?
Listen, I remember the days when you were running your show. You and Holly were doing your thing here at 239 Hockey, and you would call me Esot Eric. You would go, hey, this Esot Eric guy, what's he all about? He's new to the league. What's he do? He's got to do on the #1 team, and people were calling me Esot or Eric for the longest time. But listen, it's all water under the bridge. We love the fact that you fuckers are here this week. This is going to be high fucking energy tonight. Sober, how are you today?
I'm doing good, man. It was a little bit of a surprise, a little throwback coming into the party, seeing who was in here. You kept that a good secret.
I did.
It was kind of unfair to your co-host.
Yeah, it's not only that, fellas, man. But I apologize for the. There's some echo in here, and of course, it's none other than Jim Flanagan too. So, guys, if you call on him or whatever, man, and you hear the echoes and shit like that, man, just let us know, man. That's the way it's going to be tonight. Other than that, it's going to be a lot of fucking high energy over here. You assholes know who you are. You know, I know, we all know where it's at. It's at the 239 Hockey, 239hockey.net. Go ahead, ESO.
Listen, it's going to be a good show tonight, man. I'm really thanking both of you just right off the top of the show, man, for coming to do this. You guys got a lot of fans that are still left over from the MHL days that play over here, and still from, the 239 earlier seasons, season 0, season 1, 2, and 3, etc., like that, guys that are still playing here that remember your shows, that they've been missing you guys. They really, really have. So it's a feather in the ESober cap to get you guys on here, and we're going to talk a little hockey tonight. and I want to start, if I can,
Hey man,
right
hey,
at the
hey,
top.
hey,
Yeah.
hey, it's
Bill, what do you got?
you know what I mean? I mean, it's great being on here. It's great being. I mean, you guys do a fantastic job here with the Twitch, with the streams, man. 239 going strong. You know, summer season. You know, talking about bringing the fire here. It's the summer season. You gotta love it. But Eso, man, I wish back in the day you used the name Tony or Monty, because that would make things a lot easier in pronouncing the names instead of esoteric. You know.
I know.
But
I know.
it is what it is. You know what I mean? So,
It's a thing.
You know.
So many people for so many years knew me as that. I come in, I decide to use a different tag just to change it up, and it took like a full year to get people to call me Esso. And then I decide, I'm like, yeah, I'm gonna go back to Amani. Fuck this. And now no one will call me Amani anyway. So I'm like, you know what? Just scrap it. It's
Tony
over. It's dead.
Amani,
It had its
that
run.
fucking clown
Yeah.
from the Rangers?
Yeah.
Oh, God, dude. Did he ever do anything in his life?
I mean, he was the leading goal scorer for 3 straight years. Yeah, I mean,
I don't even
he was
remember
like,
because the Rangers sucked so bad forever. That's
well,
why I'm a Devils
they
fan,
traded
but-
him in '94, the year they won the cup.
Yeah.
They traded him to Chicago.
Well, that was a good
So,
move, I guess.
I guess
Was
it
he the
right off
no
top.
Gretzky's of the 239 hockey? Or?
Yeah, man. I mean, technically, for a while, he was the Nora Gretzky's at 239 hockey. The guy, 43, 44, 45 goals, the big flow, the mullet. What's not to love? But that's impressive, Giant, that you remember that he was a New York Ranger for 2 years. That's impressive.
I mean, they were my arch nemesis forever. They no longer are, except when they play the Jersey Devils or whatever. So that's the only time. But back to the league. It's not only season 1, guys. It's not season 2. It's season fucking 8. 13 teams now. What started up as what? 7 teams, maybe? Is that what the league
No,
started
it was
with?
4. Wasn't it 4?
Oh,
Yeah.
man. So they started out with season 0, I guess, and they wanted to imagine, I guess it was a 0. So now it's up to season 8. So it's kind of like the 9th season, right?
Yep.
Yep.
Yeah, that's fucking impressive. A lot of names over here as well that I do know. A lot of names that I don't know. Shout out to the usual suspects out there: Marty McFly, Drug Monkey, Daly, Yambag, Joe Stowe, Dominator Silva. How could I forget, man? These guys are going to kill me if I don't mention their names, man. So I want to give a shout out to everybody over there, man. I want to let the 239 Hockey fam know as well. I got the top 6 teams over here. The rest of you guys kind of suck a bag of dicks. I don't know how much we could talk about when you got 30 games in and you're 7-22 and you got 15 fucking points. Is there any reason to talk about you whatsoever, guys?
Not really.
Okay.
No.
Wait,
and
wait,
I'm on one
does
of those
Daly
teams.
still play in the league?
Yeah, I mean,
haven't
if that's
seen
what
him.
you want to call what he's doing this year, yeah, he's out there.
It's something.
Eesh. Eesh.
I
Listen.
didn't notice him until I saw that trade posted on there. I'm looking at the standings, and then there he is all the way on the bottom. I'm like, wow. He
Yeah,
is playing, man.
It's been a tough go for that squad. I was on it, so yeah, it was. Eesh. That's all I'm
Guys,
really
there's
gonna
still
say about
only
that.
20 there's still so how many regular season games are there now? There used to be only 27, is that right?
Right, but just do it so it's just simple. Like if there's 13 teams, you play every team 3 times, so it's 12 times 3. That's 36. That's how many games you
Wow,
play.
that's whack, dude. But I thought the whole purpose of the league was to like do it in 27 games or whatever. But now they want to make sure that each team plays each other at least 3 times. That's the new rules now.
It's been like that though. Like ever since the 27, like you said, that was when there was way less teams. There was 10 teams. So you'd play each team. No, 9 other teams. You'd play them 3 times. There's your 27.
Okay.
So when
Okay, that
they
makes
got a little
sense.
bit bigger. Yeah, they got a little bit bigger, and then what are you gonna do? Because that's not everyone's gripe. There would be, oh, what the hell? You didn't have to play the number 1 and number 2 team, and I did, and I didn't make the playoffs, and you did. So that scratches all that, because that would be a thing. It would.
People are still crying about equality.
Of course.
Guys,
Especially
this is the
gender
way it goes,
equality.
all right? There are people that suck, and then there are teams that are good. It's just like that too, man. Are we allowed to name who just came into this room right now, or no? We're not allowed to.
We can't. No, we can. We actually have 2 guests with us tonight. For the host, the 4 hosts of this show have 2 people with us tonight. So, why don't you tell the crowd who we got tonight?
Well, we have Senor Yambeg. God, it's been a long time since I heard that phrase. But Yambag's on. How are you doing?
Well, I'm 7-420, so that should
Ouch.
tell you how I'm doing.
All right.
He's one of those teams Giant doesn't want to talk about.
Carrying
He
on.
did.
And then we also have my captain of, you named it, Season 8 champs, Norgret Skis. Brian, how are you doing?
How we doing? Glad to be here, man.
You checked your box. You're all good?
I am checked. I'm
Nice. Good stuff. Good stuff. All right. Well, carry on.
So Esso, with the 36 game season, is that why everybody's waiting for NHL 19, this long summer season, or what?
What do you mean, like, as far as... You
Especially
kinda
those
broke
guys
up on
over
me.
there on the bottom, man.
Oh, well, it's a long season for those guys. Again, I'm one of those guys. But we actually, the team I'm currently on now, we have a chance to fight and get in if we make some noise. We started last night with a big series win, had to have it. But there's a lot more work to do. There's only 3-4 more series left tops, depending on what team you're on. So
What team are
a
you
lot
on
of work
again
to do
there?
and not a lot of games. Max. Team Mac North. We've got worms.
We play on Monday.
Yeah, we're gonna whoop that ass. But yeah, we do play on Monday. Yeah.
Chances
So funny.
fail.
Listen, I want to start right at the top of the standings, okay? Because I was supposed to do this last week, and it was Sober and I's first show back, and there was a lot of rambling going on. You know, there was a lot of reminiscing, so we missed out. Listen. There were a lot of people, some people in this very party, by the way, that said Dare Cortez EA, my apologies. Cortez EA had the worst draft, would finish absolutely last place. Giant, 918, could you do me a favor and look at the standings and tell me where he sits?
Oh, he's number 1 overall. He's number 1 in the standings.
Number 1 overall. And listen, if you look at his roster, and I did look at it, and I said, geez, you know, how are these guys number 1? Because I'm a little bit guilty this year of not paying as close attention to what people are doing as I normally do. How is this guy number 1? So I look at his roster.
Because they fucking win.
That's just it. And if you look at their point totals, I think it was like Tom FTW's in the high 40s, right? Something like that. Maybe
I mean, look at that
50s,
gamer
40s.
tag itself, ESO. Tom, fuck the world. Fantastic. I love it, dude. Tom,
I
fuck
think
the
it's for the
world,
win.
88.
Yeah, I always thought it was fun. But I like that one better, though.
Yeah, I like that though. I wouldn't have never even thought of that. Yeah, but look at these guys. They're just well-rounded, and they've lost 7 games, so they're doing something right. And for a team that everybody said would be garbage, that's what they said. I listened to the shows. It was going to be the worst team or one of the worst teams, bottom 3, no doubt. And there they are, 7 losses. So you tell me, Sober, what the hell are they doing right?
I think they play a good team D. They one of the biggest things is Tom's having a really good season, but he's not facing a lot of high quality shots. He's getting a lot more point shots and movements that way, which they do a really good job clogging the middle. So it's hard to get those inside shots. Although, you know, not going to say anything, but our team did handle them pretty decently well by capitalizing on them playing like that and being able to drive the net on them. I think it's purely just Team D. I mean, Cortez is a forward. He's somewhat shifty, but he's tending to play back more than he probably should as a forward.
Listen, I respect that because I'm guilty party number 1 for doing that. That's just that's what I can't get away from it. I try to get away from it. And then, you know, I've been on teams where Regretsky's is in here. He'll tell you. He has to yell at me and go, dude, down low, get down low. The center will cover you, I promise. Like, you know, so forth, so on. Like, that's not your job anymore. You're playing wing, you know, et cetera, et cetera. And Tom FTW is one of the best in the biz as far as two-way center, in my opinion, in this league. You haven't seen those crazy numbers like his rookie year, right, when he was on Victoria's Secret, but that team was one of the most prolific teams we ever saw here as far as scoring goes. And we have another one of those teams in the league this year that rivals that. We'll get to them. But I mean, eventually, I don't think they're going to finish out number one. I think they're going to lose that number one seed. The season 8 champs are coming, man. They're coming, and
1 point separating.
yeah, it's 1 point separating them. Yeah, and Giant, I know you're a stats guy, so I'm going to throw it to you really quick. You look at that Cortez team. You look at that No Regretskis team. They're within a point of each other. I don't see No Regretskis finishing anywhere but first. I don't see it.
I agree. You take a look at the goals.
Yeah.
You take a look at the goals that No Regretskis has scored. They got 100. They got 29 more goals scored against their opponents. So it's kind of mind-boggling over here. No Regretski's got 139. Cortez EA, they got 110 goals scored against. So fantastic. Whatever they've been doing, they should keep it up, and hopefully they don't lay an egg in the playoffs, man. What is it, top 8 getting into the playoffs or what?
Top 8,
6?
yeah. 8.
All right, so there's no bye either. Okay.
Nope, no buys.
Now, just
I
answer
love
me
that,
this, guys, if you could. Shout out to Brick City as well. How come he's only got nine games played? And who else played for them? Are they playing with?
No. So when you do Brick City was traded twice this year. So basically, what happens is you have to, if you want to sort by like league stats for the whole season, including all the teams he's played on, you go to the league leaders and then you sort it that way. If you go to just the
You
team
just
roster,
click on his
it
name.
shows what he's
Click
done
on his
for
name.
that team. Yeah, you could just click on his name too.
I don't want to get out of this screen, but
Yeah.
but I'm just saying. So they don't have any backups whatsoever on this team. Is that right? Only 6 players.
No,
they
have
got 7.
Oh, they do. All right. I don't
Yeah.
see it
I'm
on
not
here, but
I
whatever.
don't have it up there right now, but who they're back.
Oh, there it is.
There's been so many
Elliot
trades.
is. I see
Elliot,
it. Elliot
yes.
is. Oh, Swagger. Oh, Swagger's on this team. Oh, shit. At least
what
it looks
team are you
like
talking
it.
about? Cortez's?
Yeah, Cortez EA.
No.
Yeah.
Swagger was on their team. He was
Swagger
traded for
was.
Brick.
Yeah.
Oh, I see what this is now. It says non-member. Okay, I get it now, guys. Sorry. All right.
Yeah, no worries, man. It's a new scoreboard and everything, so everybody's getting used to it. But Pixel Slash set it all up, man. The guy just crushes it. He just figures it out. You know.
Yeah, this is a fantastic. I love the interface, guys. Whatever you did to it, looks fantastic.
Yeah, and we'll get
Yeah.
to that later on, man. He's gonna get his due.
No, it's great, man. I just want to add to Cortez' team on there. I mean, I like this team. I like this team. I mean, I could see why a lot of people would have not selected them to be. I mean, especially number 1 right now. I mean, there's a lot of guys on there like C-Dub, Wizzy. I don't think they get as much respect in the league as they should.
They don't.
But but looking at this roster, I mean, for guys that say, that they thought he's going to be like at the bottom, maybe they forgot that Yambag and Daly were captains this season. I mean, I wouldn't put them that low.
Oh my God.
Maybe somewhere towards the middle.
Oh no.
But no, they do put up great points. I mean, he did also trades. What do you guys think about that trades? You think it improved his team or made it less when he got rid of Swagger, picking up Brick on there? Or are they about the same as they started?
He traded. It was a trade, dude.
Yeah,
trade.
I'll throw a
Mess.
little thing in there. Like that trade shouldn't have happened. One, but Swagger comes out and throws out that he broke his finger, and then next thing you know, he gets traded for Brick. Like, how do you trade for a guy with a broken finger and you give up your best player on your team?
Wait, who's the best player on his team? Brick City was the
Brick-
best
Brick.
player on the team?
Yeah, on Jelly's team,
Yeah.
Brick was the best player. So that perk.
Wait a minute.
So, they did a 2-for-1
Guys,
there.
it's such a
I don't know if
shitty.
you noticed that.
It's such a shitty trade. But Joe Stowe is in fucking 6th place. But it's such a shitty trade, right, guys? I mean, really, come on.
Yeah, it is.
Joe Stowe's been free falling though. Joe Stowe was one of the hottest teams in the league to start this season. He was like first or second, like for the majority of the start of the season. It's just the past couple of weeks they've been getting pummeled. Well, I don't know about pummeled, but they've been losing a lot. So they're kind of free falling right now. They need to reel it in. That whole team.
He made a lot of trades, that Joe Stone.
Yeah, and it's tough. You make trades like that. People, there's two sides to that, right? Like, okay, well, we're gonna better ourselves here. Well, yeah, sure, on paper you are, but then the guy's still got to come in there and learn how everyone else plays. I guarantee you, you know what I mean. It's a thing, and you don't have a lot of time to adjust to it. If you're good at video games, you're good at video games. But
trading as a captain gets addictive. It's like once you make one, then you're like, oh, can I make another one?
Dude, Joe traded for half of AC's team from last season. That's why they're free falling. Literally half the worst team.
Wasn't a good match.
But that guy, I mean, it's one thing to do trades, but he traded a lot of his top guys, man. I mean, I'm looking at here on these trades. I mean, Cosmic, you got, we talked about Brick. I mean, those are top guys on the team. He didn't just trade anybody off that. I mean,
well, he
didn't
have
multiple trades.
He didn't have Brick.
But usually, you want to keep that core, those core guys that you have that you surround the team with. That's where I don't agree with that.
Yeah, he didn't have Brick, right? He never had Brick.
Yeah,
not this season, no.
Oh, okay,
but,
no. So
Brick
Brick wasn't
Cosmic for
the thing
Belial
there.
was the latest.
Okay.
Yeah.
But I mean, Belial is a really good player. Like this is not scrub. You know what I mean? I don't know if I love or hate that trade. I don't know how even I want to call it. Cosmic to me though is one of the most electric players I've ever seen play. He does things that no one else has time to even think of doing. He'll flip it. He'll chip it off like the short boards just to get it over a defender's head and chase it on the other side. Like nobody does that shit. He does the stop and pop and the between the legs, and it just most guys who play this game in a sixes environment don't have the time to do that. Like he is to me the most electric player in the league as far as shit he can create. So
yeah,
that's just my thought on Cosmic.
I agree. I mean, it's one thing to do trades, man, but a guy like Cosmic, I don't care how bad things are going, you do not trade. That's like getting rid of D-Mar. You just don't do it.
Nah, no way. Come on, man. Stop.
All right. Maybe I went a little bit
Yan
too
wants
high
to chime in on this.
I know. I mean,
Dude, here's the deal.
Imagine
Cosmic's
Yan
game?
giving trade advice. Just imagine that for a
Cosmic
second.
is like, oh yeah. My team's better now than it was when I drafted it. Simple.
Listen, I heard GM.
And it's still
Hold on,
horrible,
we're talking
dude.
about Cosmic. We're talking about Cosmic.
I know, but I heard that
Anyway.
Magilla literally had to carry you so much he broke his back. He has to have surgery.
Oh my god.
He can't even put pressure on his spine.
Is that
I
from
literally
his
heard
age
that.
or
Oh
from
Christ. Oh my god.
From you.
Alright, so Cosmic. Alright, so are we done with the Cosmic thing? Or just...
No, go ahead. What do you got? What do you think?
Alright, so I think that he's one of them guys where if you shut him down a little bit, he just turns off. Like who's the guy in the NHL is like that? Like you smack him around a little bit and then they just kind of quit on you. He's kind of like that guy. Like
Any
Oh,
Russian,
nah, I don't
except
think-
not Ovi. I don't know.
yeah, pretty much. Yeah, Kovalchuk, perfect example. He's
Yeah.
like Kovalchuk. Like when he's on. But then if you hit him around a little bit, he just kind of gets bored and lazy, and his thumb gets broken or some other BIE or something like that. So like when he's doing well, he does great. But then like as soon as you put the bricks on him, like he just fucking disappears. And I think that's what happened on Drew's team.
I gotta be honest with you, man. I think Cosmic's a fucking freak. I think you're talking out of your ass.
Okay.
Kid is good, man. He's really good.
Why'd he get traded?
Have you seen
He didn't
go
go
against
against
the
the boards, I guess.
Listen,
He
let me
took
ask
the
you
fuck against the
something.
boards.
Let me ask you something.
Here we go.
Have you seen Joestar's roster? There were
They had a
holes
good-
there.
they
I
had
don't care
actually
how
a
good they were
decent-
doing. There were
decent
holes
team.
there. Maybe he felt that Cosmic wasn't exactly the right fit for that team, and I get it, man. Like, fuck. Think of another trade. Like, Esso went for Luka. I wasn't even in the league at that time, but Esso went for Luka, and it worked out for both teams, did it not?
Yeah, it did for both teams.
And I got shit.
Yeah,
on
sometimes you have to lose
Now,
a trade,
is
and that was
Esso
a lost
Luka
trade.
as far as offensive
Yeah.
production goes? No, but as far as like play style, maybe Esso's play style worked better for the team that he was on.
Sober,
It's
you're the
enough
one who
Luka
pulled the
goes.
trigger on that one.
Yes.
So, and it did work.
90% of it was connection based. That started it.
Yeah.
That and I was actually going to draft Esso when that whole thing was happening. So
I just think the adjustment isn't there with Cosmic. I think that when he's doing his thing, it works. If you shut it down a little bit, it kind of just gets shut off. Like just I don't
Guys,
know,
do you
there's-
want to spend about
these guys
45
may just-
more minutes on this
Oh,
team or
Jesus.
what, man?
hey,
hold on.
the last thing,
God.
the biggest thing I'll say
Good
about Cosmic.
God, there's at least 5 other teams we got to go over,
just,
right?
just look at his
Okay.
points. look at Cosmic's points compared to everybody else that's on Josto's team, and tell me how bad he is.
Yeah, I get what you're saying.
that-
I don't think he was the problem over there.
Yeah.
That trade was kind of head-scratching, but at the same time, his return was okay. I didn't have a real problem with the return he got on it. But listen, it's whatever. They have to start winning now. There's no more time. You know, they send Cosmic to Drug Monkey, right? And Drug Monkey swept last night.
Yep.
And here we go. Maybe they make a playoff run now because Drug's been in the slums all season because of bullshit he's had to deal with. So maybe this is the thing. You know, it started last night. They got a big sweep, and who knows? But like Giant 918 said, man, we're not going to spend too much time talking about bottom feeders, mouth breathers. You know what I'm saying? I'm one of them. So luckily, we're not going to be talking about me tonight. I love it.
Hey, I think if we wanted a correct assessment on Cosmic Fate, we may need to get Dalai Lama on here on the show, man.
Think so? Listen, it's funny you say that because I heard some rumblings that he had some things to say last night, and we all love and know Dolly, and he is very animated when he wants to be, when he's passionate about something, when he's got something to get off his chest. I guess, I don't know if he tore into Regretsky's, but I don't know if he tore into him. That's probably not the word. Brian, you heard the show.
He gave a breakdown. He gave a breakdown on Brian and Brian's team.
Now, you're not here for this reason sole purposely, but like since you're here, do you have is there anything you want to say, retort, respond? Because I don't think he shit on you. I just think he was giving his opinion. I think he was giving his opinion of what your game is, because I heard it. And not many people seem to agree with it that I've heard. So what's the story?
Dolly, just like anybody, is entitled to his own opinion, and he can think whatever he wants to think. Here's the thing, man. He laid it out there for the league. The book is now out on me as a player. I do two things, and he made that clear. When I have the puck on my stick and I'm skating, I look to pass or I look to shoot. I don't have a lane to drive the net and score. Maybe I'll head to the right corner because I'm the right wing and I'll throw it low for a cycle. Or if that's not there, maybe I'll look to the slot. Or if that's not there, maybe I'll throw it back to my D because I like to trust my D, my right D. I've had Dan this season. I've had Steven in the past. He's a great puck mover. I've had Daly in the past, who we all know is great. If I don't have those options, maybe, I go in the corner and I throw a shitter shot on for a rebound. Basically what he's trying to say is that I play hockey. And now that the book is out there on me, my hope is that, because unfortunately up until this point, nobody's been able to figure that out. Nobody's been able to shut me down. My hope is that now that it's out there and now that it's so simple and just really kind of drawn out step by step, what you got to do, man, you just got to put somebody on me. And if you play hockey too, fuck, it's that simple, right? So my hope is that maybe come playoff time, we're not scoring 80,000 goals a game and somebody can shut us down. As far as Dolly goes, I really don't have much of a rebuttal for him personally, because he is the perfect player. He went #1 overall for a reason. It's funny too, because every time I watch his stream, man, and it's whether he's yelling at his team for not moving the puck quick enough, and then he gets the puck and he holds it for 15 seconds and turns it over and then blames his team for not being open, or some shit happens and he blames EA and he's like, fuck, dude, this game, man, it's out to get us. It's, everybody's getting the bounces. Every single time I hear that, I'm like, damn, he's so fucking right. It's weird, dude. He's got some wisdom that others don't have. Honestly, if I were 239, if I were you guys, I would listen very closely to what he has to say. I'd pay very careful
the
attention.
sarcasm is clearly thick here.
All right,
take
I got
like,
three
hey,
words.
Hey.
Can I say something?
Yeah.
So and
What do you got?
Sober. This is Giant 918, guys.
Get out.
I got 3 words to describe no Regretsky's. Simply the best. I got 2 words to describe Dalai Lama. Hillary Clinton, okay? This guy's a fucking loser, drafted on a loser fucking team, and because he doesn't know how to win. as much as Noah Gretzky's and the rest of their fucking team. He's got nothing better to do than to spew his fucking tornado and diarrhea. What are you going to do next? You going to call up Jim Mueller? Or are you going to call up fucking Jim Comey or something like that? Are you going to start a special counsel or something? Come on, dude. You're fucking pathetic, Dalai Lama. Grow up, dude. Simply the best. That's Noah Gretzky's. That's what he does. The guy plays to win. All he does is win. And he might win so much that he might actually get sick and tired of winning, but I don't think he will. And I am predicting right here, right now, that Noah Gretzky's will win the Cup season number 8. That's all I have to say.
And it's fitting for the team name.
Good season 8 champs. Listen, I heard what everyone else heard. He's got his take on it. That's the way. And you know what? Maybe he can go in there, and if they match up in the playoffs, if he gets the job done, I know Noah Gretzky's well. I've known him for a long time. He will eat shit. He will eat his own shit, and he will get on there and be like, "You got me." He will. He'll be the first one to do it. I guarantee you. Brian, would you not? Right here on live on the air, you would. I guarantee it.
Dude, like, listen, man, like, I lay low for the most part, right? I keep my mouth shut. I've done one write-up this year. I named my team Season 8 champions. Very obnoxious, very ignorant, as we like to say. But for those of you who know me well, you know my sense of humor, and you do know that if my team was a dumpster fire, I was
like
ready
it was
for
last
man.
season.
Like, yeah, no, I was ready for it, dude. Like, naming my team Season 8 champions, if I would have drafted and put together a bad team, I knew the write-ups were going to be hell, man. Like, I knew I was going to get fucked over and over again the entire season, and I would have eaten it. You know, I had no problem with that. I just, it was a joke, man. But yeah, no, absolutely. If, like, we do match up against the 90s and Dolly's squad in the playoffs, and somehow they shut me down, say they hold me to like 3 points in the playoff series, man, or, they handle us pretty well and they beat us, and I'll own it. I just respectfully don't think it's going to happen.
Want to give a shout out to D-Mart as well, man. Shout out to D-Mart, yo.
Shout out to Daniel Martin, man. The Martin brothers.
Speaking of
D-Mart.
Well, Sober, I was going to say, before you add that, I was going to say, I mean, in regards, I call that confidence. Season 8 champs, I call that confidence. That's like the Hollywood Blondes predicting beating Daly there in Season 2 playoffs. That's confidence. I mean, if you go out there, you call yourself Season 8 champs, Dolly did say a lot of words, man. He did say a lot towards no Gretzky's, but the numbers, the points there, prove that. One thing I personally did not agree, though, what he said was one Daniel Martin, D. Mart, man. The guy that takes you to the Cups. He mentioned about D. Mart not playing defense, not playing back. I think it's the opposite. I mean, I'm looking at here. I see Grish is more of that offensive defenseman. D-Mart's staying back there. I mean, the guy, he's got like 3 goals. Maybe because he's got too many assists. Is that what it is? That he makes them.
Hey, can I jump in?
If we're not playing D, how do we have the best plus minus in the league, man?
Hang on. You're third again. You're third in goals allowed. Well, tied for second. It's 62.
I blame that on Sober.
Sure. Sure.
Get carried.
Has it ever crossed anybody's mind that D-Mart just might be good at the game, and that just because he's a right wing doesn't mean he can't play D too? Like, is that taboo of a thought?
He took
D-Mart, guys, D-Mart is one of the best players in the world. That's who D-Mart is. He's one of the best fucking players in the world.
So
period, end of sentence, man.
Where this is coming from was also on the throwdown when they were kind of giving the breakdown. They mentioned that D-Mart was the rush D-man, carrying the puck a lot and not really focusing on D. And Grish was the stay-at-home.
Sounds like an assumption to me. Because it couldn't be more opposite.
Yeah, honestly, if you saw us play, or if you'd obviously played against us, you would see it completely opposite. I mean, I love Grish. I love it. And holy shit, if I was Crispy, I'd be losing my shit half the season. Like, that would just be me. Like, holy fuck, man. Grish brings it up a lot. D-Mart's the guy sitting back. He's most of the time the first D-man back.
Listen, I like a little bit of bad blood. It creates for good rivalries, and I know that that Brian and Dolly have always been on the up and on the good. So I kind of like the little a fire from Dolly, and I like the fire from Brian tonight too. So I want to see how that plays out. I root for that matchup. I want to watch that. So, but at any rate, we do have other teams to get to, as Giant once said. So Giant, who the fuck's next on the docket? Who we talking about?
We got Thamps next. Next. So that's who's next. They're number 3 overall. And I just want to give shout-outs to the guys I know over here. Rev Hellcat, True Therapy, Crazy Yeti Killer, John Monkey. Who else do I know on this team? That's about it, man. What do you guys got on this team, man?
Well, first, Crazy Yeti's out. As far as the last I heard, he had some issues.
No, he's back. He's back.
Yeah, he's
Oh, he's
back.
back?
Yeah,
Sure about that? Maybe
is
he
he
had
back?
his 6th or 7th kid.
Yeah, he played when we swept them.
yeah.
The last place team when they swept Dams, we swept them and
Well,
we
fuck,
swept
good.
them with
Welcome
Dams.
back, Crazy Yeti, man. I'm sorry, I'm not up on that because I just heard some things, and I'm glad he's back. Good
Yeah,
to hear.
it's good that he's back.
Yep.
That's why we got Yam back here.
What?
Well,
Where did that come from?
that came from Hollywood, man.
Oh, shit.
It's just Hollywood things, you know.
My
But
mic is mute.
wasn't you?
Nah, it could be Yam back too, man.
No, it was
are you talking about?
doing his fucking impression of Holly.
It wasn't. I didn't say anything.
That'd
I
be
get
great.
you, but it
guys
definitely
talk to
wasn't.
each other. That'd be fucking awesome. But anyways,
Back to Thamps' team. They're in 3rd. They hit a little rough patch though, because they just got swept by him.
Yeah.
Well, I guess
Yeah,
they're fucked in the playoffs then.
That's what I mean. Like, so a team like that, right? Thamps can do some things and stuff. You know, it's whatever. You shouldn't go out there. I know they were missing Rev Hellcat, but if you mean to tell me you can't at least take 2 games from Yambag, and Yam, you're here. How big of a dumpster fire has your team been on a scale of 1 to 10?
It's hard to say, man, because I've been on dumpster fires, and this isn't the worst. Like, that's the thing. Like, you look at the record, and you're
Okay,
like
I get you.
7 and whatever.
It hasn't been
but
good though.
It's always been like one person not clicking or something like that. Like at the beginning of the season,
Or 6.
fucking Odd was like playing with a stick up his ass, like, and just like, you know, everybody got affected by it,
Listen,
and everybody
man.
got emo, and
What is
All
the
right,
fucking
but-
man, dude? He's coming
Yeah.
clutch for us, dude. I don't know what you're talking about, man.
yeah,
I'm so
hey,
happy.
hey,
with
no,
that.
one run back,
Listen,
one run
hold on,
back.
I love
hold on.
Kelch. Shout out to
if
my
you're
boy.
gonna
But
if you're gonna ask me, let me answer. We would play with Odd and Club. We'd be like, all right, I'd play left wing on Club. We go, all right. Guy would just fucking undress people left and right, and we're like, all right, Odd, you're playing left wing in the series, and then he'd play left wing in the series, and he would just skate into the D-man like over and over, and we're like, Odd, what are you doing tonight? Like, this isn't what you did last night. He'd like, I should play right wing. So we'd play Club and we put him on right wing, and he'd be doing these spin moves and like all this crazy shit and lighting up, and then we'd put him right wing for the series, and the guy would just shit, like he would literally put his like controller in his anus, poop on it, and then play with it. Like we're like, what do you, like we don't know what's going on here. And I love the guy, so I just couldn't do it anymore, man. Like we just had to go.
2-time 239 champ, Odd guy,
He is.
and scored the game
Is it
winner
a confidence
in both
thing?
series.
I don't. Maybe it is, man. But like, we tried everything we can do, and it just didn't work. And then we bring in Steven.
Right.
Bring Steven in. Guy looks great in club. Playing a series, fucking poops in the controller. Like, it's just a mess. Like I don't know what it is.
Okay. Well,
He's
the
not watching,
moral
man.
of the story
Can we get
is,
Steven
if
in
you're
here?
Thamps, if you're Thamps, do not get swept by Yambag, even if you're missing one of your defenders. That's my moral of the story. And like Giant said, that's an issue come playoff time, because you need to take care of the teams you need to take care of. Period. It's video game hockey. I get it. Anything can happen. Whatever.
Dude,
Don't
every
lose to
time we win a
Yambag.
game, every time
If
we
you
win a
wanna be
game,
in
it's EA. It's the bounces. It's the puck went through us. There's never like, hey guys, you just beat us. Like you guys play well and beat us, even though your team's fucking terrible. It's always like it's like listening to a Dolly stream. Like we lost because the moons weren't aligned, and EA called up fucking Rammer and programmed the game to fuck us. Like it's like every game, it's miserable.
Well, listen, it sucks to lose to Yambag, so I get it.
I'm sure
Yeah,
it's
yeah,
not,
yeah,
but
that's
just
where it
tip
all
the
comes
cap.
from.
Hey,
That's where that
Yam's
comes
team
from.
is not that bad. Yam's team's not that bad.
Dude,
Well, you
Regretski's
gotta
team put up
understand.
like three.
Listen,
Dude, Regretski put up
He's
like
made
3
100
touchdowns on
trades.
us, and not one person was emo. We're like, dude, they fucking killed us. What are you gonna do? You know, like nobody fucking was blaming the game or. Like, well, somebody did say their controller broke. I think I don't know if it was that night or not, but
Was that
like,
the night?
yeah,
Mark
we
broke
lose
his
and-
stick.
Is grade 8
I don't
still
know.
playing the league? Or-
One of the 4 nights.
he's on.
So
He's
guys,
on fucking. He's on PlayStation.
guys, does this team have any chance whatsoever in the playoffs, or no? Not really, because it sounds like
To
they're
win
just
the
a
whole
plain
thing?
Jane team. I mean, just win the first round. If they can't beat Yam or whatever, or I guess you're saying his team's not that bad, but
They're
you can't get
falling.
fucking swept by them. Can you at least win one?
They're
Yeah.
falling hard.
I mean, again,
They're falling
you know,
hard.
like a Giant, they're missing one of their best defenders. I get it, but that's what backups are for. If you're in this, if you're in any video game league, okay, that means you play enough to know how to play the game. So even your backup should be able to go in there and give you something. Now, I don't know who they had that night. I'm not sure if it was a waiver or if it was their backup. I'm not sure. I just know
They
Rev
had Yeti
couldn't
in
make
there.
it.
Guys,
And
if
Russ-
they had Jets
Russ-
killer,
Yeti's-
come on.
Yeti's a player.
Hey,
I
hold
mean-
on. Russ played. Hockey Tom played defense.
Left D.
Yeah.
He played right. He should be on forward, man.
Well,
He's on their
he played
defense, I
because Kayla was gone because of the airport thing. Right.
Oh.
And so they put Russ on D because he was the only one that was like eligible to play D.
Well,
Besides,
Thamps is eligible to play D.
Right,
Why
right.
would Thamps play D?
Oh,
I'd put
is
him
Rev
in D.
Hellcat that 2 cans of whoop ass? Is that who that is?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
Holy
Cans
Diver.
of- Oh man, bro. Oh, that's
Yeah?
so crazy. What's going on, Giant? What's going on, Giant?
I take it that goes from way back because I don't get the reference.
Oh,
it's
yeah,
still
You know
it's
funny.
what?
gotta be
Rev,
going, man.
Esso. Like 2 cans of whoop ass is like lost apps but worse and didn't do stats. Like that's literally the only way to put it.
No.
Marie Mike was on
Rev,
that
you hear
team.
this?
Marie Mike was, dude, she'll admit it. She owns up to it, man. She owns that
I
shit.
know.
yeah, but she hates it.
I've
She
heard
hates
about
it.
her
Anytime
dumpsters.
it's mentioned, she fucking goes nuts. Like
I would
talk
too, man.
about
It was fucking terrible. It was so bad.
Yo, because
listen-
I thought she was a dude forever. For like 8 years, I
Dude.
thought she was a dude,
We
man.
covered that,
that's-
man.
And
We
then
all did.
Legion-
Yep.
And
that
then
was-
Legion said something. Oh, nah, man, her name is Kayla. I was like, get the fuck out of here. That's a chick, man. Sure enough, I guess so.
There's a reason why she stopped talking on the headset. 'Cause she was.
I don't even know what that. I don't even know what that
covered.
means, but okay, man.
Yeah, it was covered.
Because she sounds like a girl, dude.
Yeah, now she
That's
sounds
why.
like
What
a
happened?
girl. Back then, she sounded like a 15-year-old
A little boy. She's like a kid. Yeah.
Oh,
and
like
she
Mickey
got
Mouse.
older.
I
Yeah,
get it,
yeah.
like Mickey Mouse. Yes,
Yeah,
yes, yes.
there you
yes.
go. Mickey Mouse.
Makes
What a
sense.
Reference that is.
You know, so she got older and sounded like a girl, and she's like, "Ah, fuck this, I ain't talking anymore." I get it.
Yeah,
I get it.
exactly.
Fucking dudes, like fuck that.
Yeah, I literally didn't
Hey,
believe
she-
it was a girl for like months. No lie.
Hey, didn't she go down
like a
to
week.
Del Park though?
She's visited a few times. Not sure the Delaware Park.
No, she didn't go
Hey,
to
listen,
South
I-
Park, but she's hung out a bunch.
I don't think Yambak's team is that bad. I mean, yeah, they might be ranked on the bottom of the barrel there, last place. But listen,
Dude,
when
everybody
you've played,
shows up. Everybody practices. Like it's so not emo. Like
Listen,
at
when you-
one
when
point
you-
you're just like, look, dude, we're not winning shit. Like just fucking
It's like an
play,
has
you know?
been, man.
Like,
As long as it's not like toxic or cancer, you know, like
No,
you're
it's
having
not.
fun with it. Still,
When you
Yeah.
made so many.
Hey, when
you
calls,
played
it's not-
for-
it's not the same team too.
when you've played for
you know who we
Church of
got?
Yam, every other season is a positive one, man.
and you know who we got on
Mm-hmm.
our team? On the team that's losing and not emo? BBX. The cancer of the league, and this guy's terrible. BBX is on a
What-
7-win team, and he's like the most positive guy in the team.
Hey, that shit was
When you
crazy
gonna
on
rule
the
one?
throwdown last night.
I heard he's getting rule one, man.
Yeah.
back.
Was
By
there
who?
some
Not
shit
me,
going
dude. I'm
on?
a BBX guy. BBX is
Nah,
my
that's
boy,
fake
man.
news, man.
It
You're
sounded,
fucking
I mean,
crazy, man.
Daly, I think even Daly was going off about it. Like, don't. be
Crazy
an asshole,
talk.
fucking-
Dude. No joke. If I message my team chat right now and said, "Hey, let's practice," I guarantee that he'll be the first one to be online, hands down.
I
He's
just- I
asked us
just
to practice on
noticed
Friday nights.
I just noticed
With
whenever
3
he-
wins, let's practice.
when he posts in the league chat, anybody need one, and there's like no responses pretty much ever. When he,
Oh, who cares? Because people are fucking jerking off with their BFFs. Oh, we're having a Hut Heroes reunion, no, or some other stupid shit, you know? They're going to Vancouver in August.
That is true.
Thundercats.
There is
Thundercats.
Yeah, Thundercats reunion. Some of those stupid reunion.
Purple Cobra,
EBX is
bitches.
pretty good.
Thundercats. Huh?
It
Oh my
reminds me
God,
when
the
there's
Purple
Cobras.
Cobras.
Oh,
Holy
yeah.
shit.
Oh, yeah, that was the thing.
Good
yeah.
God.
I remember that because I remember exactly playing you in a series and then coming in the chat box and you're like, you guys are fucking terrible. That was, yeah.
What?
I remember that.
What are you talking about? When? What are you talking about?
Back in the Thundercats days. But anyways, carry on. Move on. Next.
Oh,
fucking-
God.
Who you got
Sober
next,
with
Giant?
fucking-
We got 5 more teams.
Marty
Marty.
McFly. That's the next team. Is Welcome to the Web? Is that Weber, formerly known as Weber?
Yes.
Is that who that is,
Yeah.
or no?
Yes.
So shout out to Weber. Shout out to Marty McFly, of course. Jofus. What the hell was his name? What was his
Mello.
old gamer tag?
Mellow.
Yeah, Mello.
Owned or whatever.
Shout out to Jofus. Shout out to Hollywood Bob and Colinelli and Sniper too, man. These guys are my dogs, bro. Hollywood and Colinelli, man. I hope they still got some hot shit up there in New York State, Hollywood.
That must be a fun party right there, those guys, huh? Win or lose.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, I assume so. And also, I just hearing you, Giant.
What's
do
the age
roster
difference
there.
between this team and Jelly's team?
Jesus.
Oh, wow.
About 154 years.
Yeah, that sounds about right. Yeah. But that's a good roster. That's a really good roster. They traded for
I
Jefferson.
like this team too. I like
Yeah.
this team too.
I really like the makeup of that team. That's a middle of the pack playoff team that can make serious noise. They're stacked in the areas they want to be stacked in, and the two-way game is there as well. Who's the goalie over there? Remind me.
Sniper.
For who?
It's got to be.
Oh, yeah,
that's
that's his best position, and it's about fucking time he played it. I always say that because he took goalie off for at least 3-4 seasons, and I was like, why? You're so good in net. I don't. Why do they do that?
He used to be better.
I'm sure because he used to play it. But I mean, they're doing well enough to be in the hunt. They're gonna make it for sure. I loved the move adding Jofus. I'm a big fan of his game, and I haven't even played with him that much. But when I did, I was like, man, I really like the way this guy plays. Like he jumped out at me, you know.
Yeah, I
tough
didn't
to
want
play
to trade
against.
him.
Guys, has Marty
One
won
of-
a cup yet?
No, I don't think so. He was within one goal of the cup. They got shut out in Game 7 against.
Brutal.
It was 1-0. It was odd guy
Brutal.
with a game winner.
Brutal.
Yeah.
Hey, Marty
So-
McFly, man. I mean, being close is only good for hand grenades, horseshoe maybe, 239 hockey. I mean, you're good to a point, but you got to win. You got to win the big games, man. That's what separates the good from the bad.
He listen, I like Marty. I love his game. I hope they're the team. I hope they're the team that finds themselves, making all the noise where no one really. I just feel like they're one of those teams that everyone doesn't really think about. When they think about chances to win the playoffs, and I think that's a mistake.
Who's more cursed, Marty McFly, Yambag, or the Buffalo Bills?
The Bills.
Fucking Yam.
Yeah,
I go Yam.
No?
Yam.
Dude, Marty and Yam won a title together. The Bills never won anything.
When did
Big
Marty
news.
and Yam win it?
Oh man,
Who
get Joe
was
Stowe in
president?
here
NHL.
somebody.
MHL.
Huh?
Why?
Sorry, man,
Oh,
but it's a
okay.
title.
In another
Title's a
league in
title,
a far,
man.
far away land? All right, cool.
Dude, there was like
that's a cool
23
story.
teams in that league. Way more talent. Sorry.
Way more or way watered down?
Sorry. There was a lot there. Sober can
No, I hear you.
attest.
When you have 23 teams, there's guarantee they're all awesome. I get it. Yeah, that makes sense.
Just trust you, man. Come on. I'm right about
All right,
that.
Brian, does that make sense to you?
Every team had
What's that?
like 2 to 3 standout
Okay,
players.
thank you.
I was reading, bro.
All right, here, I'll
So-
break it
so
down.
the
I'll make it easy
competition-
for you.
The
Ready?
competition was good.
There's guys in this league that didn't play in that league that season. Put it that way. I'm not gonna be
That's
one of them
fine.
shows that shits on people. But there's guys that are starting in this league that would not have started then.
But
Am I
you
right,
just
Sober?
did. You just shit on people.
Well, I didn't name
You
names. I didn't
literally
name
just
names.
did.
Well,
All right,
yeah,
that's fine.
Not one name came out.
you're true, and some of the starters in this league that shouldn't be.
Pew
and
pew
kinda have
pew.
to be
Shots fired.
due to shit. But anyways,
Who
Okay,
you
next
think,
team
Ian?
is Pale Poner. Pale Poner, right?
Yeah,
I like Pale's team.
they're another fucking.
Shout out to Pale Poner.
squad.
Shout out to Legion. Shout out to Derek GNR. I don't know the rest of these Johns. Team looks okay though, right? But I don't think they're gonna get anywhere in the playoffs.
I'll tell you what, Giant. And again, I don't want to talk about shit teams, but I've been on one, and now I'm on another one that's struggling to try and make the playoffs now.
You got a better shot, though.
Yeah, a better shot for sure. I've had the what's the word I want to use? I don't know. Whatever. We'll just say I've had the unfortunate privilege of playing Pale Poner's team twice this season because I played him when I was with Daly, and I played him with my new team. Ask me how many wins I got.
How many wins do you have?
Fucking 0. So they were
pathetic.
They were it's just fucking.
The teams that he's been on this season barely have more than 0 fucking wins. That's the thing.
No, that's not true. We've got worms and we're coming. We're coming. We're gonna make some noise. But listen, his team is so frustrating to play against, and when they get on a roll scoring, they don't. It's one of those. It's literally like an avalanche of fucking pain. Because if you stay in the game with them, you get a chance to beat them. Don't let them go up by like 2 or 3. It's literally. I saw it 6 times. Okay, this is a 2-1 game, it's a 3-1 game, we're in this, we're in it the whole way, and it's a tight game, and you lose. Okay. The next game, it's like, okay, we're up 1-0, great, let's go, and then they score 2 quick ones, and then before you know it, it's 5-1, and that's 6-1, and now it's 8-1. It's like, what? And it just, they have that ability. They don't let them get ahead. Like, that team is so hard to play.
We played them last night. We played them last night, and they did exactly that. We won the first game, and then the second game, I think they won by a goal or 2. And then the third game, they went up like 3 goals, and then it was 8-1. Like it was
that's what I'm saying.
Like, wait,
blink
what
an eye.
happened? Like I don't know what happened here. And you know what? One thing I want to comment on their team that I think is something to acknowledge with some teams. I look at their stats, and Legion's got 15 games played. Legion's the backup. So Pale's a guy that will just play and fucking put his best lineup out there, whoever's available. You got other teams that like reschedule because like their 5th guy's out and they don't want to use their waiver and like all that bullshit.
Schwartz.
So it's like, Pale's probably taking a couple losses because he rolled backups out there, but you can't really kill him for that because that's why you got 6 guys or 7 guys on a team, So
no, he's doing what you're supposed to do. That's
exactly.
I hate reschedules, man. I hate reschedules.
The worst.
Remember when I played, man? The worst was I was with that guy. Was it Dutch Master Dank Love? Or whatever?
Oh, it was terrible.
Dude, every
Dank Love.
fucking series was rescheduled, man. And what hurts, man, what sucks about that, you're in all these reschedules, you're not playing as much games, and on top of that, so you work out your schedule with this guy, right? You're working everything out, so now you can play every game on there. He's got the reschedules. Next thing I know, I'm traded off that team. So all that I, got just to make the games. Now I'm playing for a different team. It sucks. I mean, I know Pale Poner made a post on the website too about commitment, about guys playing and stuff. And that kind of goes back to this for me. It's just like when there's reschedules that much, and towards the end of the season like that, it's not just guys not wanting to play or they're on a shitty team now, but also, if you've rescheduled your life around 239 and now you got a whole different schedule, that kind of hurts too.
That's a really good point. Like, and I know how Yam feels about it. I know how Brian, all the guys that are here and captaining and adminning and all that shit, I know how they feel about it. Giant, as an outsider, right? You're not in the league. You're not playing right now. This, that, what do you think, man? Like, basically, just kind of echo what Holly just said, man. What's your take on the reschedules, man? And not so much just the reschedules, but this: when you sign up for 239 hockey, you're asked in your fucking form when you fill it out. It says, "Are you willing to prioritize 239 hockey over any other league that you're in?" We don't care that you're in other leagues. That's great. Go play all the hockey you want. When it's game night, don't ask me to postpone games for LG because we're not going to do it. So how do you feel about that? Like, if you check that box,
look, the only exception to this that is like a real life emergency for like a playoff game. Other than that, you got to field the team. That's why it's so stupid. We've been in other fucking leagues, man. This is what these fucking assholes do. they try to say, I don't want to play my guys. Shut the fuck up. That's why you got to make these fucking stupid ass bitches. That's why they got to make these black and white rules, because there's pussy faggot bitches that fucking just cry. Just play the fucking game, faggot.
This is Holtby, Kyle Fernberg, as an adult. This is what he's going to be.
Yes, absolutely. Yeah,
Oh,
Giant, you and
man,
Holtby, man, you
so
get along.
annoying, dude.
You know what I hated? What I hated the most about reschedules? Doing media, doing the shows, because you can't even do it in like
Fucking right,
accuracy. You know, because this guy's got this much.
We
games,
can't go
these
over the
guys are,
stats because these fucking
like,
retards
you can't really
play
put
the
a great
fucking
assessment.
Yeah, it's tough.
So,
But, like,
so what I did, I didn't even
Pale's
mention that
point.
team on the show. Makes it easier.
Oh man,
Yeah, to Pale's point though, right? Like you're the one who said I will prioritize 239. Don't ask your captain to move a game because you have LG playoffs. They're not going to do it. And if they shouldn't,
It's the
do it,
worst.
let's put it that way.
It's
They
the
Now, wait.
worst.
Let me ask you this. I had LG playoffs last week, and I was going to take myself out of the lineup and play odd. Should I not have done that? Did I have missed LG playoffs to play?
Yes. In my opinion, yeah. That's why. Listen, like this is my whole point. No one here at 239, no
What?
admin, no captain, no one's saying you can't play somewhere else. They're just saying when you sign up for the league, dude, because you have 6- and 7-man rosters, whatever, and there's no room for that. Like,
But
two people say that.
If Odd was going to play in my
Yeah.
spot, and I was going to
Yeah,
give my seventh a game.
That's.
I wouldn't
what
care,
was
but I
gonna
wouldn't
ask.
care if
Yeah.
Brian
I
did
guess
that.
okay.
Yeah.
I see. what you're
Guys,
saying.
you know,
That'd
it shouldn't
all right.
be.
Brian,
Playoffs,
and
I get it though. Like that's kind of like the only exception I get, but that's for like real life stuff, or normal
Brian-
people, even captains could normally agree to a reschedule or whatever, except if you're Jim Flanagan, aka Mr. Hollywood. He wants the most drama possible, so
Yeah.
he might
Right.
agree to one game, and then somebody gets stuck at the airport and they couldn't get to the hotel in time.
For God's sakes.
And then the
then
signal
Chris Stack
was
thinks he's
shit at the
DMARC.
fucking hotel, something like that, you know?
or Flanny every night with me. Oh, you want to run the fucking playoff games right now? It's fucking like 1 o'clock in the morning on a fucking Saturday. Let's do it. Fuck
I
yeah.
know. It's funny, but I get it, man. The reschedules are fucking annoying.
Yeah, but
Hey, don't get me started on that Staley, please.
with
Oh, man, are they
Brian-
gonna ban me for saying curse words? Am I gonna get banned or
No,
a
you're
strike
good.
on
No,
Xbox
what?
for 48
good.
hours?
What do you think?
You're good.
What do you think?
No,
of
you're
that
good.
fucking-
Scumbags.
with
God,
Brian.
I don't even know anymore. I don't
Brian-
even know anymore. You can't say this, you can't do that. Shut the fuck up.
Over just a few more times, man. Try
Yeah,
again.
right.
Fucking pussies.
So, anyways, Brian, the point that's trying to be made is okay. So, for instance, your circumstance that you're gonna have LG playoffs, and you're gonna miss a game or two or whatever, you go to say Yam and say, hey Yam, I'm gonna be out due to fucking LG playoffs. Is there any way we can That's what the
No.
gripe is meaning
No.
that there's
Yeah, no,
Fuck
that's,
off.
I agree.
Fuck off.
no if you're
I
gonna
didn't know where SO stood. So.
yeah. So the way you were gonna do it was fucking great. That's the way it should be done.
Yeah, I don't care about that unless like Brian was like 2 and 400 like my team, and he was literally just avoiding playing his games here. That'd be different. But like, you know,
yeah.
I know it's a little bit of a gray area, but in this case, he has a good
No,
team.
but are
and he
there
probably
sim
doesn't wanna
losses
lose,
still,
he probably
guys?
cares.
Guys, are there still sim losses?
Hold
here or
on.
not?
Can I answer that? Giant in 8 seasons.
Go.
Can I guess how many sim losses we have? Take a guess.
0. What you want to fucking
0.
cookie? I mean, real.
I do. Give me a fucking cookie.
Oh my god.
Send it, bitch. 0 sim
Isn't that
losses.
like Yam Giant? He wants a fucking pat on the back for doing
I
it.
do.
God.
Yeah, man. How hard do I work to get 0 sim losses? How many times have we heard?
I know,
"Oh,
you
sim
When the
loss,
Sunnydale- always
sim loss."
when the
did.
Sunnydale
You
Slayers had
always were
3
like
AI
that,
against
yeah, I
Victoria's
remember
Secret,
that.
that was great.
I do remember that. Yeah, you had a hard on for getting no sim losses. I get
I
it.
hate sim. No sim losses. That's like the
Yeah,
crowning
give you
achievement
your-
for me in this league.
Give yourself a hand pat and yourself on the back,
Sim
man.
losses.
Who's next?
0.
Because we got to
I like
wrap
it.
up soon. Who's next?
All right,
Why?
we got
Who cares?
Dominator Silver
What do you got
next.
better to do?
Dominator Silver next.
Okay, Dom Silva. They
Have all the keys.
got They got work. Listen, you're salty. We get it. You were salty because somebody questioned your fucking massive cock. We get it. You're very salty.
Well, hey,
Um,
you know the conversion thing. I think Hessel's gonna try converting Dom here soon.
I think I might, but that's neither here nor there. Because he's sexy. We're just gonna go and say this team's definitely making the playoffs. To me, I think they're gonna make it. Right now, they're on the bubble, but I don't think any of those teams below are gonna play well enough to A, catch them, or B, surpass them. Even if Dom goes like 1-1-1, or maybe he has a 1-2 series or something like that. I just don't see it. I think they're too strong. You got Dolly out there. You got Dom out there. They did trade Shea. They just traded Shea to Schwartz.
Who? Fuck is Shea?
SKJE, the fucking Rangers rookie,
Oh, okay.
however you
I
spell
gotcha.
that stupid fucking name.
Gotcha.
Yeah, it's
Yeah, I know
pronounced
what you're
Shea.
talking about. Okay.
So let's not
My
spell
bad.
it like a fucking American. Let's
sounds
make
like
sure
Yeah.
we do that. Okay. Yeah. Anyways.
Can I get a quick shout out
Sky.
to Rocco33? Shout out to B Crips. Shout out to Dominator Silva. Shout out to Time to Get Steven. What was his original gamer tag, guys?
Drift King.
Drift King. Drift King.
Drift, man. Come on, fam.
Hello?
Change it to some stupid ass shit like Time to Get Steven. Come on, bro.
Hello?
Yeah, he had the Drift King thing going, man. and
I
he
know.
kept
Drift
it.
King was such an awesome fucking gamer tag.
That was
bro.
our gold horn when we had him. You know that, right?
Change it
We had
back,
Drift King.
bro. Change it back.
Every
Time
time
to Get
somebody
Steven.
scored, hello. He loves it. Just do it to him. Trust me. Hello?
Well, anyways,
What?
man, Giant. Now that you
Hanzo
mentioned-
Roberto.
That was yeah. Well, anyways,
Where's that guy?
now that they're in the party right now, man. You can't fool me. We're not even going there because I'll get off the rails and go crazy. But you mentioned Rocco. Rocco was just traded for Shea. It was Schwartz for Rocco. So there was a center for a D. Okay, I didn't love the trade mainly because I'm a huge fan of Rocco's game. Some people seem to be, and some people don't seem to be. I love the guy's game. I think he's one of the best defensemen.
He's
Underrated,
more,
too. No
he's
one
more
really
with
talks about him.
chemistry. Yeah, Rocco's a
Yeah,
chemistry
no one really
guy.
talks about him. He's a good player. I thought Dom liked Shea up there. I thought he was really happy with him, and he was working with the system well. Maybe they hit a little skid, and they wanted to change it up. So, it never hurts bringing in Rocco. That's only going to shore up the D. Maybe they thought that was something they had to do.
That got Dom to move up to forward, and
Yeah, then Dom's up at
Position.
forward, where I like him on D better, but on what?
D, he should be on D.
What? I love Dom on defense, but whatever. You got Rocco in the fold, so now he goes up. So that's that. I think that team's gonna be fine. As far as who they match up with in the play, if they match up with the Thamps, I think they'll drum. I think they'll win that series. I was gonna say drum
I
them, but I
agree.
don't know if they'll drum
I
them.
agree.
But I think they'll
I
win that
agree.
series. Yeah. So I think they're one of those teams, but after that, I don't know what they're gonna do. I don't know if they have enough after that, because who would they get after that? They'd either get Cortez or Regretsky's. If they make it past them. So it's just something to think about. I'm not sure I like that matchup for them. So I think they're making it, though, if anyone sees it differently.
No, they're easily like a dark horse. I mean, I like the moves Silva did. I didn't like his team when starting off, but when he got Pogs, when he got Rocco now, I think it improved a lot. I mean, that forward line is dangerous. I mean, Dolly, Pogs, Silva, I don't know. I wouldn't want to play those guys.
yeah, moving
No,
Shea got Pogs back at center, which is huge. For
Which
them.
is where he should be, period. That is where he should be. And that, I guess, now that you say that, yeah, it makes sense.
You got Pogs, you're always in playoff contention.
Absolutely. He's got the belt right now. I'm not sure if you boys know that. Pogs has got the
no,
239 championship. He's got it.
At Pogs OG on Twitter. He's traveling the world with it.
When's he coming
Dude,
to
it's
Jersey?
hilarious. It's so cool.
Once he
The
what?
TSA part was awesome.
When is he coming to New Jersey?
I think he's
we gotta-
here.
He's there.
He's
I
in
think
New York.
now.
He's in New York, isn't he? I
yeah.
thought he was in New York.
Yeah.
Yeah, pepperoni.
Oh,
on
I thought he
the
was
belt,
going to
man.
AC too, as far as I know. He told me,
He
I
is.
think he was planning on it. Yeah, yeah. So, he's
Who
out
was
there
this
now
again?
with
Who
the
moved to
239
AC?
belt. He didn't move. He's just visiting.
Yeah, tell him stop by Hollywood's House of Hardcore, man. Tomorrow, big pool party in the back here.
Yeah,
Tell
I'm
him.
gonna show up at your doorstep someday, man. When
At
you're having a
Pogs
pool
OG,
party.
man. Go tweet him.
I'm gonna
Challenge
Adonis
him.
now, Holly. I don't know if you knew that. Holly, did you know that?
What?
X to the D to the A to the L to the Y whipped me into shape, brother. I'm down 46 pounds. I've never
Jesus,
looked this
are we
good.
turning this into a fucking diet fucking show?
Yeah,
This
man.
is
Dude,
so
I've,
gay.
Call me-
I've
call
only
me S.O.
gained weight
Simmons.
over here.
Call me
I've only
S.O.
gained-
Simmons, bro.
Hey,
Yeah.
hey,
That's
Esso,
so
Esso,
serious.
here's the
Damn,
thing,
son.
man. You had a fucking list of shit to talk about tonight, and we touched on like three of them.
Now, who cares? What are you guys gonna do?
We,
You guys
Hey,
are
Giant
we-
Hollywood in the house. There's no.
we weren't supposed to have
listen.
2 special guests. We got 4.
Yeah, guys, I got to get going, but I want to give a bunch of quick shout-outs, man. Shout out to Cosmic, shout out to Ed, shout out to Joe Stowe, shout out to Ed, shout out to ESolber Up, shout out to Thug, shout out to Jets Killer. Got some more shout-outs over here. Shout out to Donnywood, Easy Real. Let me think. I don't know.
What about
any of
Esot
these
Eric?
joints. Drug Monkey. Rye Guy.
this a
Who's
swamp
Rye
thing?
Guy, man? Is that Koozie?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's cool.
Oh my God, he is terrible. What happened to him? Well, shout out to Koozie.
He had a fucking barrel, man.
Oh.
Shout out to Daly.
No, don't give Daly a shout out.
Shout out to ESO. And shout out to McGilla and Hugh Laurie. None other than Hugh Laurie. Maybe
The
Edge,
golden
I
cock.
remember, but hardly. So I got to get going, guys. I want to give a shout out to everybody else. Thank you again, ESO and Jim Flanagan, for setting this up. Make sure you continue to check us out, www.239hockey.net. Follow us on Twitter at 239hockey. Giant918 signing out. Have a nice night, everybody.
Thanks, Giant. Thanks for doing the show, man. We loved it.
See you, Giant.
Love you guys.
Love it.
The only one and only. I mean, no one does it like him. Holly, you know, man.
No.
You guys are you guys, man. And when you two get in the room together, it's always high energy. That's the only way to say
Yeah.
it.
John
no,
hasn't
he's
played in
great.
the league in a long time. He's
No,
still
but
fucking just
he's
started.
great on here. He's great on these shows. You guys got to see him live, man. Now, when you see him in person, I mean, same guy, same thing.
I have.
Stuff,
Don't
so,
forget.
yeah, it's
I'll tell you
fucking-
what. There's literally one guy in league hockey that cannot be around for 8 seasons. Pull up the stats, shout out somebody, and go, "Wow, you fucking suck," and nobody gets mad about it. And it's Giant 918.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, yeah, that's what I mean. He gets on there and he'll say whatever, and everybody knows it's all. And that's just Giant, and it's no ill will. It's just that's what he does, man. It's the energy. I love it. Fucking, ugh, what a mess. Holly, man.
OG, man.
Are you sweating to death out there in that room? By the way, for everyone that doesn't know, Holly is cooped up in like a closet right now to do this show.
Yeah, I can't even breathe, man. I'm
Are you in there with
popping
those fucking
windows here.
t-shirts?
What? No, know what it is. This is the only place I could lock myself in here. You know, it's got no fan. My AC is broke. You know,
Oh shit.
and so if I go to the other room, I got kids coming through. So yeah.
Well,
So I
listen.
rather go with the brutal heat. You know, and you know it is what it is. I got my water though. I got my water bottles here, running low, but keeping me going.
We're going to get you out of the closet, man, because we're going to talk about one last thing. We'll wrap it up. I think Schwartz would be the next in line is that bubble playoff team that's in there right now. Man, he's free falling, though. He's free. Why? I want to know why. On a team with Saney, or a.k.a. Ezreal, Schwartz himself, who, in my opinion, and Brian, I don't know if you share this opinion because I'm going to ask you. I think he's one of the best in the game. I hate playing against him. I love playing with him. That's usually kind of how I use my barometer of who's who, right? Like if you love to play with them but hate playing against them, that should tell you they're pretty fucking good.
You have to play a certain way to have success with Schwartz. And I'm sure people feel the same way about me. I'm sure I'm not the easiest player to play with. But yeah, he's very good. He uses power forward build, and he does it in a way that's really smooth, in a way that like not a lot of people can do it. He's just got it down to a science when it comes to the big bodies. So yeah,
Okay.
I don't know.
So
man.
why-
I don't know why
why are we sitting
'Cause
here
I knew you were
talking
gonna
about why
ask.
he might miss the playoff? Yeah,
I
that's what
can't
I'm
wait
saying.
till
Like,
I
and
get
it's not
into
only
this.
those two. I'm going where you're going to,
Yeah.
but like, and it's got Donnywood too. I mean, this is a legit team. Like legit. I hated seeing their name on the schedule. We beat them last night. I didn't I don't know. I didn't know what I expected because Mac was out. He couldn't make it. We had to play Chelsea at forward. By the way, she was fantastic. And she used a
She's got the
right-handed
wiggles.
stick over there on left wing. Yeah, yeah. She played great. Surprised me. Did his thing. You know, one of the other best power forwards in the league. But before this series, they've been having big-time struggles. They lost like 3 or 4 series in a row. I was talking to Schwartz, and I'm just like, how? So Sober, you got something to say? Tell me how.
Okay, so and I'm not even gonna go into our series against them. I will say the streams that I watch when Ability stream their games, and there's been some comments made that's are so far fetched. Like it doesn't. You can't tell your goalie to make more saves. Like you can't do that. You can't. That can't be a thing.
Sober fucking watch me, buddy.
I mean, when we played him, Ability had fucking what, 25 saves? Yeah, he let in 7 goals or whatever, but he was getting fucking peppered. You can't.
Oh, he's
tell
getting
your
peppered
goalie
by the best team in the league.
Yeah, but you can't tell your goalie that you need more saves out of him. Like he does what he can do, you know. But there's a lot of infighting. There's a lot of blaming the D. There's a lot of blaming the forwards. There's a lot of that's one of the reasons probably why Rocco got moved, because there's that kind of drama shit.
Well, he lost connection, didn't he? Didn't his internet
No.
break up one night?
No. I don't fuck. No, that was Sandy. But
No, he quit at the end of one game that was really bad. It was a joke nobody got. Never mind.
but the thing that irks me about that team is like Brian said, you know, there's some guys that are easy to play with, some guys that aren't so much. When you watch Swats play with his team, he does exactly Dolly's breakdown of our team. Swats comes up the fucking ice and he goes down to the corner. He either tries to come out of the corner and drive the net, or he's gonna try to force a pass to the middle, or he's gonna do his speed wrap shit. But 90% of the time is go down to the corner, try to work back towards the net, or try to force a pass in the middle. That's it. It's pretty simple to lock down, and you can't do that repeatedly and have it work, and then you can't go blame other people for that issue. I don't see the team making it. I see them losing more and more, and that's how I feel. Thank you. Carry on.
I
mean,
love the
yeah.
sober llama analysis there.
Mm-hmm.
The Sobers. Oh, Holly, man, what do you? Well, I'll go to you first. You probably haven't had a lot of chance to watch the games, but you know these guys. You know Saney, you know Schwartz, you know Donnywood, you know Shea's new. He's brand new to the league. Shea, is one of the better versus players you'll ever see. But as we all know, we've already talked about it before. Versus is not sixes. It's completely different. But he's having a good year, as far as I know. He's a good player. Still working out the sixes kinks. He's been moved twice. You know, traded twice. So he's a good player. I mean, that team. What do you think?
No, I mean, he's got a lot of great names on that list. The only problem I see on here, he's playing guys in different multiple positions. He's doing a lot of rotating. I mean, I wouldn't know where to place a lot of these guys. If I had this team, it's questionable. And he did make some moves in the season. And keep in mind, these guys only play 24 games. All right, so you know they got a lot of games in hand, yeah. But when you make that much switches, you got guys different positions. I think they're still trying to figure it out. And I mean, they got time to do it, but you gotta do it soon.
Oh, I got one more comment. Hashtag Viper for Vesna. Gotta do it. Gotta fucking do it.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Viper.
I mean, is
How about
Saini overrated or what, man?
No, Viper went in net. He played in net.
Oh.
Yeah,
So abilities what?
ability went forward. that was,
Hollywood brought up how Hollywood Bob, jeez, brought up how Schwartz is kind of playing everybody out of position, and it's kind of like a carousel on that team. But like when you look at it, to me, like looking at his roster, it seems pretty simple, right? Because Shea's a center. The belief from a lot of people in this league is that Shea is more of a winger, but he has that refused, so he's got to be their center. Schwartz put up 158, something like that, points last year on right wing. He's their right wing. Viper is a left wing, right? To me, that's like black and white. Then you got Donnie Wood on lefty, you got Sandy on righty, you got ability in net, and to me that looks like a great lineup. And I think Schwartz sees that too. There's a reason why he hasn't been rolling with that. There's something wrong.
What's the reason? What's the reason?
But there's something wrong, because to me that seems too obvious. Does that not look like a good team on paper?
It does.
There's
So
got
let
to
me
be
tell you,
something
last
behind the
night-
scenes that's...
I'll give it to you. Last night we played that exact lineup, except Shea was missing in game one. So you had ability in the pipes, right? You had Schwartz out there on the wing. The problem was, so they were. I think they ran Viper and shit.
probably
Who'd they run on D in game one?
Pounders.
No. Pounders. Yes, it was Viper and Pounders on D with ability and net. We won 8-2. It was a mess for them. Now, Shea's back in game two. Shea gets out there. Everything kind of goes... They put ability up on wing and Viper and net. We're like, all right, that's really weird looking. And they won 5-3. We ended up beating them in game three, 3-2, T. With that same lineup. So they definitely improved humongously inserting Shea in. It was night and day. Game one, they were a hot mess. Games 2 and 3 were tight. So
Is it the elite forward on left wing making the difference, though?
the elite forward on the left wing, man. That's what it was. Shout out to ability, man. Being elite out there last night. That's what he does. So,
Yeah. You know what? I mean, a team like this, you know what I hate about a team like this? I mean, some guys may not. I mean, when you got a lot of players that could play multiple positions like these guys, I mean, these guys could play almost any position on the ice, a lot of the guys on this team. And so you got a lot of options, you got a lot of, but sometimes that hurts a team. I mean, I go back to when I played with Yan back in like season 0, you had a guy like Drift King, you want to play net, you want to play defense, you want to play forward. So you're doing the swap. So is it, do these guys want to play different spots? Is Schwartz actually putting the spots he wants them to play, or like who's calling the shots here? And sometimes you run into that, and then, the guy will be like, hey, I want to play forward. Let's try this. It's not working. So when you got too much of that, it does hurt. I like drafting a team where I know, hey, this guy's playing this position, that guy's playing that. I mean, something like this, it's good in a way where, like, let's say you don't have somebody so you can move guys around. Yeah, it's good in that way. But when you play some of these top teams and you're swapping, forget about chemistry or anything, and then, you lose a game here and now everybody wants to swap the roster,
Mm-hmm.
Yep. I hear you.
The swapping in the roster.
I mean, you can't always win every game, but
yeah.
But I'm saying when you start losing a game here or there, now you want to try experiment something else, and then and when it comes to time, it's almost playoff time. You ain't figured it out. It hurts.
Yep. Well, listen, we're going to try and get Holly out of the closet here. We've been going for almost an hour and a half now. This is what happens sometimes,
Is there a time limit on this? Or what?
Hey,
There's no
There's
time.
no time limit, dude.
Hey,
These guys
you
gotta
don't
get
wanna
off
touch
to do nothing.
on your
Everybody have nothing to
words
do.
pissing and moaning.
What?
Touch on that.
Ooh.
I'm looking at your.
Well, what was
your,
the topics,
with the
man?
words
Send me these
pissing
topics.
and moaning. It's on the fucking goddamn
the-
the post for the show. Like,
Yeah.
Sober, send me these topics. I'll cover them. Fuck SO.
all right, here.
Listen.
Hey, man,
You wanna
hope he
stick
wants
to
an
a
invite.
Fuck,
Can we get
fuck,
him
Hope he
in
wants
fuck
to.
Kyle.
No. No.
No?
No, listen.
No? All right,
He
I'll
doesn't
tell him
get
no.
it. No.
That's fine, man.
No. Tell him no. Listen, I'll tell you why. I'll tell you why,
He
and I
can
know
hear
he's
it,
listening.
man. He's watching the fucking stream.
It's fine. I'll tell you why. Because I want to talk about Holpe, and I don't want him to have a chance to respond because this is our show, and I don't feel like hearing him right now. That's where I'm at with it. I
Been there
think
a few
Saying that's
times.
ignorant.
yeah. I don't care if it's ignorant. Listen, and I'm going to ask your opinion on this. I think this guy should win the Selkie. I think that.
Oh, Jesus
And
Christ.
and we're going to get into awards right now, and I'm telling you right now, I don't think he'll win it. You know why? Why, Yam? Why won't he win it?
He's an asshole.
Why would he win it?
Are you Yam?
Why would he? I don't get it.
I'm
Why
on his
would he
team,
win?
dude.
Why he would
Because
win.
he has 85 points as a center with like a plus 60 something.
Oh my god.
What has he not done? What has he not done to earn that award this year?
Jesus Christ!
Yeah.
Tell
almighty.
me.
Yeah, let me stick up for my boy.
Are we
here,
gonna
man.
Are we gonna do this? Are we gonna do this?
Yeah, we are.
Are we
Yeah.
gonna,
Are we
pull
gonna
you?
do it?
I-
Yeah, we're gonna
I
do
we're
hear
it.
doing
you
it.
rolling
We're
your
fucking
eyes.
doing it.
I hear you
He
rolling your
said-
eyes.
Listen.
I
Who's-
know.
who's
You know what?
been
I'm
better
gonna
than
give
him
you
this
credit, Gretzky. Brian,
Hey,
I'm gonna give you
I'm
credit. I
refilling the
100%
drink
rolled
right
my eyes when you said that. You fucking nailed that. I'm talking to Esso when I say, are we gonna do this and we're gonna pull Hugh Laurie? Because he knows the answer I'm gonna give.
You'll wait.
Are we gonna do
Is that
a Hugh Laurie or have a conversation?
No, we're probably gonna do a Hugh Laurie because I like the
Ah,
way he
yeah, I don't
handles
wanna do
things with you.
Because he's
Yeah.
terrible with it. He's terrible with it.
No, he's
What's
not.
he do?
Not
we,
always.
We could do you gonna make a show without me now just to talk about it? That's what he does. So anyway, here's my response, Brian. You ready? And you're a sports guy, so maybe you'll get it. You get the guys that are the analytic guys, and you get the eye test guys, correct?
Yes.
Oh, there's definitely an eye test.
I'm an eye test guy. When I play somebody, the guy I think is the Selkie winner or whatever is the guy that when I play him, I think to myself, wow, look at these plays he's making. He really stands out in the ice. I can look at stats for like a goal score, like surprise me. Go ahead, tell me he scored the most goals. I get it. If
Where
I
does he
play
go?
against a guy and he's a high goal scorer but he does nothing, they're just like when I play him, I see nothing that stands out. I'm not really that impressed, I don't know. But I played Holtby. I'm sorry, man. When I played you guys, you were the impressive guy in that team, and those guys like they were just in the right
Okay.
position and they fucking pressed up. And I don't care
I need
if
a-
that's
I need
gonna
a
get
minute.
met with what.
I need
Yeah.
a minute.
But
Okay.
you were making the plays and they were in the right positions, which is good. I mean, don't get me wrong. You get guys that go in fucking retarded spots and they're not in the right spot and they don't score, and that's bad. But I never at one point went, wow, dude, this guy's two-way play really fucking impresses me. It is. I didn't think it was bad, but I didn't think he's the best one in the league. I didn't.
This might carry on to a different.
Let me say something here.
Is this one of those
I
topics?
drafted
Yes.
drafted Holtby
Awards.
to play center at pick 46. Now Holtby has never been a forward in this league, besides for when he played on putting it in as the seventh man. So people, I feel, came to the season just expecting him to be a shit show. Now, I named my team Season 8 champions. I wasn't about to draft some random ass center that I was taking a gamble on. Okay, I was going for it, man. I knew what I was doing when I was picking this kid. I've played with him. Dude, honestly, no exaggeration. I think we probably played 250, 300 threes games together this year. I know him like a book, and he reads me really well. He's a good fucking player. Yeah, I don't know if you trust my evaluation on players or not, but I'm telling you straight up, just person to person here, Kyle can
Annihilator.
fucking play.
But you're somebody that
He's a
makes
good
players
player,
better,
dude.
so I think he
What's
benefits
that?
from you. See, when I look at a Selkie player, to me, a Selkie guy, you can pick him up and play him with anybody, and he's going to play well because that's what he does. I don't see that in Holtby. You know who I would pick as a Selkie?
Okay.
And this will get laughed at. I would pick Pale. I think Pale's the best two-way forward.
I think Pell
I
is a
don't-
good two-way forward. Would you ever consider
Yeah.
Asso for a Selkie?
Maybe.
Okay, because
I've been
Asso
playing
put up
not
76
recent- not recently.
points.
Not
Asso put up
recently,
76
but yes.
points playing on my line with a minus 50 face-off percentage. Kyle has 85 points in 33 games. That's 53% of his draws won, and is a plus 61.
I'm talking about defensive and offensive play. I'm not talking about face-offs. Because honestly, I don't pay
Plays a big
attention.
part,
I'm not
no?
gonna lie. I'm not gonna. It plays a part, but in a video game, it's like almost like a guessing game half the time. I think. I mean, starting centers in the league. What's the worst percentage and the best percentage? Is it really that far off? I'm really asking.
Yeah,
'cause I don't
probably.
know. I
It
actually
is.
don't look at
It
that.
is,
I
yeah.
don't
I think
know.
it is.
Yeah, there is.
Okay,
some
we don't
really
track
decent
it, so
players.
I don't know. But like I've played
do
games.
track
I
it.
played center and went
We-
50%, and I'm like,
You track it, dude.
nah, not per player.
Here we do.
Yeah.
No, I don't. I never fucking input
Oh
a
my-
face-off.
Where's
stats on a
Hugh
player.
Laurie?
There
Is he
you go,
online?
Yam.
What the
Get him
fuck?
in here.
Listen.
Here's
I
that
think,
percentage
I think
in the league
it's my opinion
of active
that-
centers. Cosmic 57, Pale 55,
Oh, so it was,
Um,
where's
Holtby,
Cosmic in the
53.
selfie? Come on.
Lyle 53. I think Cosmic is. I'm sorry. I think Cosmic is a candidate.
Two-way
for the Selkie.
player?
Dude,
Two-way
Yeah,
player?
you're going off of assumptions. Just because he scores a lot of points doesn't
Come
mean he isn't good
on.
defensively. Cosmic is a good fucking center.
I need Daly in here to give his thoughts on Cosmic. 'Cause
No, to
Cosmic
be
is
honest,
not that good on
okay.
He
defense,
hasn't
I'm
called in
sorry.
yet.
I
What
hate.
the fuck's going on?
Listen, I hate to. I know. I hate to sit here and take Brian's side on almost everything, but unfortunately, Yam, he's right tonight. He's not always right. Don't get
Sorry.
me wrong. But tonight, I think he's right because Cosmic has come a long way. I was with you. I was like, dude, the guy cherry picks all the way up there. That's all he does. And then like just play
Literally,
against
you
him, play
described
and
him
watch
as
him. Play.
Ilya Kovalchuk earlier, and now he's a Selkie candidate. Like, come on.
No, that's you described him as Ilya Kovalchuk.
And you got it. I can't agree with that. I'm sorry.
I got what you were saying. It doesn't mean I agreed with it. But that's a different issue altogether. You were talking about his ability to fold in big games. I'm talking about his ability to be a good two-way center, which I think he has grown into. That's my opinion on Cosmic. So.
And on the Kyle tip, if he played anywhere but center or goalie, it'd probably be disgusting. I'm a fucking Kyle basher, and I haven't been able to pick on Kyle all season.
Sorry, man.
No,
Let me see Kyle on the team with fucking. Let me see Kyle on
D-Mart
the
has
team with
told
like
me
Hugh
that Kyle
Laurie
is
and
the best center he's played within this league. D-Mart has said that to me. And D-Mart was the biggest critic of me taking
Jesus
Kyle. He hated it.
Christ.
He didn't believe me when I said he was good.
I'm
Do
gonna
you
give,
trust
I'm
D-Mart's
gonna give
opinion on
D-Mart
players?
shit for that now. Ugh,
Dude.
God.
Yeah,
I just personally disagree. It's okay to disagree. He's
Let's
not a
just
guy that I look at and go, he's gonna shut us down. I'm sorry. When we
This
played
is
you guys,
literally the
we
admin
literally,
thread. You
we-
guys are getting to live
we have
it.
to not let
I'm
them
glad.
score.
No, I'm
It's
glad.
like-
I'm glad this is happening.
All right, so
I'm
I
good.
should just say you guys are totally right because he has a high face-off percentage. Like, come on.
No,
I think
no,
if somebody
he-
played 250
Wait,
games
wait,
against
more than
guys
that.
and then played in a season, he'd do very well.
He is.
Brian, this is
Sorry.
every day. It's
I
every
mean,
day,
we,
Brian.
we already told him that if he gets
Ridiculous.
drafted to be the number one guy, he's not that guy.
He's not a
but-
number one.
But
No.
when you look at the sheer numbers, you can't deny it. You just can't.
He's number 2 in league scoring. Like I know offense isn't the Selke thing, but like to even suggest that he's not a good player or that he's getting carried, like I'm sorry,
Yeah.
it's just not true.
That's my opinion. That's fun. You guys win. I think you guys win the cup, so it doesn't really matter at the end of the day who thinks he's good. If he wins the cup, he wins the cup. You know, like who gives a shit? That's my opinion. But sorry, man. I don't look at him and go, "Wow, that's a great two-way player." That's just my opinion.
So I just
I
love
thought you-
the
I think you
topic
did-
on me.
Well, sober. I mean, your save
Yeah.
percentage is over 800.
You
How does that happen?
know, sub 2 goals a game.
Sub 2. How does
But-
that
but
happen?
I'm-
Are you
I'm
that sick?
trash?
With
Are you the
trash.
according
sickest
to some
goalie?
people, the most offensive deep pair in the league.
Yeah.
No.
And I,
If D-Mart and Grish are constantly carrying up the puck, the rush.
So-
Can I
so
give my
last-
opinion on your
have-
team?
So last
Yeah,
season,
go for it.
yeah.
I have an honest opinion on your team. So when we played you guys, our whole focus was just to prevent you from scoring, and then kind of just hope we get some goals. Like it was literally like
The pale poner
you know,
thing. Got it.
Mm.
Okay.
it's kind of like it's literally no, it wasn't like put 4 people on Brian at all. It wasn't like that at all. It was like get back on defense, play your position, create a turnover, and just try and get something. Whether it's a fucking garbage goal, EA goal, whatever fucking goal we ever score is ever fucking awful, obviously. But it was like don't press the offense because you guys have such a high-powered offense that we didn't want to fuck with it because you got D-Mart back there and you got Grish back there who can go up. But when we played you guys, you controlled the puck so much we didn't even get in the zone, and when we did, it was like fuck, just throw it on net and hope to God something goes in. So I think your offense helps your defense because there's a little bit of fear. Like Brian's gonna get the puck and then we got to cover him. So like people are worried about Brian before he even gets the puck. You know what I mean? Like I hope that makes sense.
Let me ask
but,
you
like,
this. Yeah, it does. It does. But let me ask you, we beat Cortez 2-1 in the series. We were about to sweep them when Kyle took a stupid penalty. But we outplayed them thoroughly
Selke?
in every single game. We outplayed them thoroughly in every. We're not talking Lady Bing here. We're talking Selke. We outplayed them thoroughly in every single game, in my opinion. Now I'm sure Tomahawk will have something different to say. He'll probably blame EA, and that's fine. There actually was a lot of shit in that series both ways, so I get where he's coming from. But how
Agreed.
against such a great team like Cortez's team, such a high-powered offense, do we find so much success with a center who's a liability defensively?
I don't think
that's a liability
I think it's a bad. I
defensively.
think it's a bad example, man. I don't know. And again, I'm basing this off of playing both of you guys. when we played you guys, it was literally a clinic on passing and shooting and scoring. When we played them, it was like, I'm not gonna pull the old, oh, we got E8 every game, but like every goal was like, ugh, or like, you know, like a forced pass that just got through in one time or something like none of the goals, like, you know, they swept us and they swept us in pretty close games, to be honest with you. I think the last game was like 7, like some ridiculous score where like everybody just quit after the first 2 games. But the first 2 games were pretty close with us. But at no point did we feel like they were like dominating us. Like at no point did we feel like we were playing a first place team. When we played you guys, we felt like we were playing a cup winner, and it was a waste of a fucking hour and a half. You know what I mean? Like Cortez's team, like it was like they were really grindy. Like they just like grinded goals out, and like they just didn't get much on offense.
Than us.
Yeah, and
They play a different way.
I mean,
yeah.
honestly, they probably played you the way we wanted to play you. We just weren't playing well, so it didn't work, you know. But
They remind me of
I don't know.
they remind me of, what do you call it? Luca's wasn't Luca's team, but Luca was on the team, the second place team there in season 4, and their name Jaeger Bombers. They remind me of the Jaeger Bombers. They're just so well rounded, and they win close games, and they're doing
Jaeger
it at
Bombers
an
didn't do
impressive
that,
clip.
though.
Yes, they did. That's exactly what they
Jaeger
did. They
Bombs
couldn't
is
score.
one of the worst teams ever. Oh.
No.
But they're one of the
No,
worst
no,
teams
no.
ever. You're talking about DJ's team, right?
No,
The
it wasn't
second
DJ's
coming.
team.
It was
The second
coming.
coming of Jaeger Bombers.
Okay. All right, never mind.
Yeah.
Like,
Which,
you know, here's a
was-
comparison. Here's a comparison. Like, you see, like, Connor McDavid, like, score fucking highlight goals, like, all night long, and then you see a guy, like, in his prime, like, Hartnell, that just scored fucking shit, but it's a goal, so it's a goal. They play, like, a Hartnell style. Like, you know, again, I'm not saying it's an EA thing. I'm not going to pull that fucking queer shit and just be like, oh, we lost because it was EA. But they grind out goals. They, you know, they make plays, and they pass pucks, and they get pucks to go in, which is the goal of the game is, you know, like Brian says, it's playing hockey. But the styles are just like, you know, Brian's team is like a high-flying setup.
Reminds me of the
score goals.
Thundercats.
A little bit,
Yeah.
yeah, actually.
Yeah.
Little bit, yeah.
What?
Yeah.
Season 2's
I was just
But-
thinking
Let's talk
about
the-
here with the. You mentioned that this is on the admin threads, and so you gotta get that shit posted, man. That shit published might be a #1 seller.
Well, I
Dude,
just
I
brought
literally say
myself
things
up.
like I use the eye test, and that's like a big thing.
I think
for
we
like
play
2
like
days,
Victoria's
literally.
Secret. If I were to be honest with you, I think our defense is better.
Honestly,
That's my personal opinion.
I brought myself up in this whole fucking word bullshit. I brought myself up, and the sole purpose was I got fucking frustrated because honestly, I get called trash all the fucking time. I get called. I get saved by my D. I get saved by fucking everything. My stats are
Tell 'em
better
it's
this
not
season
trash, it's Flash.
than last season.
Flash Gordon.
Like, can I get just a fucking one pump? Just maybe a fucking clap on the back.
This is sad, dude. This is bad.
Fuck you.
Jesus Christ.
Hey, Ian.
Like, come on, man.
You told
Come
me I
on.
was the worst goalie in the league. Fuck off, right?
At one point, I thought you were. Well, that's when we had legitimate goalies, not fucking Marine Mike out there. I mean,
Oh.
you were a forward going to goalie.
Oh,
You
no.
should- you're not supposed
Oh,
to be a
no,
goalie.
you can't say that.
Yeah.
Does Mike
listen,
Jeff,
I had fucking 7
Jeff, I will
shots.
say this.
I mean, shit.
I will
fuck.
say this. I was going to take Kyle in
Yeah.
the 50s. I caught wind that Josto was thinking of taking Kyle, and I don't know if he was, but supposedly Cosmic wanted Josto to take Kyle to be his center. So I took Kyle at 46. At 46, I was going to take Peaceful Bob to be my goalie. Now he went because I took Kyle there, and I had to choose between you and Ability, and no disrespect to Ability or no disrespect to you, I was scared shitless, and I was like, fuck. Okay? D-Mar convinced me to take you, and for the longest time I was nervous. And wait, no, Yan didn't have Crips. Tom had Crips. I was trying to trade for Crips for a while, and I told you this. I've been open with you guys. Before I even saw you play, you have surpassed my expectations so much. It's not even close. You're a lot better than I thought you were. And
Yambag just rolled his
Definitely.
eyes. Yambag just rolled his eyes. I can feel it.
Whoa. Hold on. Wait, hold on. Can I reply to that? I have 2 questions.
Yeah.
One, did I not admit that I rolled my eyes when you called it last time?
you did?
Did I?
You did.
Okay.
Okay.
Yes.
2,
So we gotta
Brian,
still
did I
pay
not?
attention.
Hold on. Let's keep it down. Brian, did I not try and get sober in a trade with you?
You did.
Yeah, for
He
who,
did.
Yam?
Okay.
Come on. Come
for a goal,
on.
maybe Peaceful Bob, maybe. I think maybe Peaceful Bob. I don't. That wasn't like Marine Mike, dude. If it was, it was
No,
like
you were
Brick and
trying. You
Marine
were
Mike
trying to
for, like,
convince me
somebody-
that Epic was a top 5 center.
I didn't say that. Stop it. I want to see that check. Top 5 center. I said he's solid. So anyway, to get back to Sober and his pity party. When I drafted, when I went and made my pick in the 4th round, which I believe was odd guy. Ugh. I looked at the draft and I went, all right, who's left at left wing and who's left at goalie? And Sober was left at goalie, Billy was left at goalie, and Peaceful Bob was left at goalie. And I said to myself, no lie, I counted out the number of goalies, I counted the number of teams that didn't have a goalie, and one of you should have been there. And my goal was to get Sober or Ability or Peaceful Bob. So whatever I may have said when you first went to goalie, because guess what? When guys go to a new position, they're usually fucking terrible at it, okay?
Yeah.
Especially
Well,
goalie.
You
So if
said
I
it
see you're
after
terrible,
a
it's because you
series
just
that
were
we
like, I
fucking
guess I'll
trounced
play.
you.
Oh my God, what series? What series is it? Because you remember what it was. Would you have like 3 saves and you were chirping? Jesus Christ.
No, I had more than that.
Did Daly play goalie last night?
Yes, he
Yeah,
did
yeah.
in Game 3.
He's
Yes, he
fucking
did.
playing stellar too. Like he
So,
can
listen,
play
I feel like I
fucking
can
goalie.
talk about that team, Holly, now that you bring it up, because I was on it. It's been a frustrating year for Daly. Dude, he hates losing more than anyone.
Characteristic
More than you,
of him.
Brian. Dude, he hates losing more than you, if that's possible.
You think
he
so?
really does.
You
yeah,
know
I
me
do.
well.
I know you both well. I've known him just as long as you, if not longer. I think I've known him for almost 10 years. You probably roughly the same. I don't know. Maybe not as long. I don't know. Whatever. It's been a long time. This guy hates losing. He doesn't have seasons like this, okay? And it's happening. And he goes
What about
in there.
season 7?
Season 7? He was season 7
On Max
what the
team.
hell?
Another bad season.
Oh, he was on Max team. That was a
He
bad
wasn't the
season,
captain.
but it wasn't. He
This is
wasn't
daily
the captain,
captain.
and this is daily captaining. You know how prideful he is, Holly, right? So
He needs
He
to stop
just-
playing
he meant-
fucking forward.
So
There
we
you go.
can't count the season when he was
Got
on
him.
Legion's team?
no, he didn't captain that,
Or play
and they
center.
almost made it. But they didn't. But at any rate, this is bad. Like he's been at the bottom all year, and he goes out
No, he
there. He
hasn't.
can't make. He makes some trades. He trades me, and it doesn't help. And he's still losing all his games, and he had enough. And he had to change something up. He went in net, and boy, did he give his team a chance to win. He stopped 26 of 29, and they still lost. He got peppered. They lost. like
Even on
3-2.
our series, he went in net. He played out of his fucking mind. He let in 6, I think
Yep.
it was, right, Brian?
Yeah, on how many shots?
20
From the best team
On
ever.
like 18 breakaways.
Yeah. It was bad.
Yeah, you got to classify what kind of shots you're seeing too, by the way, because I've been in games where guys had 20-some shots and they're like fucking shit turds from like 3 moons away.
Even
you know
still,
what I mean? Like
dude, he doesn't play
the
goalie.
same.
He's not a goalie.
He used to. He
I
used
could
to play
chime in
goalie.
on
He
that
was
one.
really good.
No, man.
Short side 21, man.
Okay, well,
Yeah, that was.
when's
a
the
thing.
last time he played
That was a
goalie?
thing.
Like,
Goalie's
in a
name is
season,
Joe
it's been a while.
Froleek. It's the default name. He hasn't even changed it. He's number 18 in that.
that's his goalie name, Joe Frolik.
That says enough,
Yeah,
in my
so,
opinion.
there you go.
Yeah.
So Joe Frolik goes out there with his number 59 jersey or whatever it gives him, and he just goes out there, makes 26, 29, gives his team more than enough chance to win. Doesn't happen. So at this point, you just got to throw your hands up in the air, wait for the end of the season, wait for NHL 19 if you're X to the D to the A to the L to the Y. That's all.
Tell me
That's
about
all you
it.
can do.
Hey man, that D in Daly's disappointment, man. That's what it stands for right now.
Yeah.
You know, but hey, listen, man. I mean, the guy usually is, on the top. He's all the way on the bottom. The only reason he's not way at the bottom, Yambak's still in the league, you know. But
Yeah.
he's down there. He's down there.
Hey,
You know?
can I ask?
Terrible.
So, I want to ask.
You know what I want to come on? Go ahead.
Yeah, we're 4-2 since the deadline, just to put it out there. We got a winning record since the trade deadline.
Yeah.
So whenever
Brian
you say
telling
oh,
me
your team
sick.
isn't better, you're wrong.
I just want to throw this out there. Why? Okay, so Daly's playing.
Can't do
right
that,
now,
Rob.
Where he wanted.
Never joke.
Why doesn't he move to center?
Daly?
Yes.
He hates face-offs, bro. He's a great center. He doesn't like face-offs.
Yeah, he's
Listen,
not.
dude, Daly needs to be on right D, in my opinion. Like,
I know.
he's a good
I
forward
think
because
so,
he's good
too.
at the game.
Okay,
But, like,
okay. If he's gonna play
Daly's one of the best
forward,
right D I've ever seen.
if he's gonna play forward, why doesn't he play center? He has a center mindset, honestly.
Because he drafted Shea.
And I was gonna draft him. The season I traded fucking for Esso, I was gonna draft Daly as my center. I wasn't even gonna put him at right D. He was gonna be.
Oh
I'm
my!
going to
This
take
is why you
Daly as
don't
my
have a
center and
captain
read the
again.
bio last year. To be honest with you. I think I would have done really well with Daly.
Yep.
Again, like, I don't know, if Daly's captaining, to have himself as a right defense, like to have right D locked down and be arguably the best defenseman in the league already on your team for free, plus a first round pick, to me, that's a no-brainer. Like, he's got to do that. I know he is
Totally
right now,
agree.
but
You can burn
Totally
that.
agree.
Burn any first round pick you have. You could burn, or even second round pick. You can burn on a forward.
and he has the luxury of saying, you know what, dude, like, I'm comfortable playing with, I don't know, like, Headless Frangu, who went this year at what, like pick 40 something? Like, he could
Yep.
wait to take left D later on. Like, if he's comfortable playing with Collinelli, you know, like, all right, fine, take him. You know, stack your forward line, get a great goalie. Yeah, I don't know. I think that's the move for him, and I think he knows that. You know, he's been around the block. Smart.
Yep, I agree. Well, listen, boys, we went almost 2 hours tonight.
Well, let's
I don't
go
think we've ever done
hours.
that.
Let's go 2
What's your
hours. Fuck
excuse?
it.
Yeah,
Let's
like come
keep
on,
going.
man. Like literally, what are you gonna do?
I mean, it's a.
You
What am I
go
gonna
to
do?
a club or
We're
something?
great.
It's misery, dude.
The 3
How
hour
long do you
show
want to make
going.
spectacle.
How long do you want to make?
You got
the league
Hollywood
listen to this
on. You got Brian
You know?
on. You got me on.
Hollywood's in
His
the
eye test.
closet. Hollywood's lost 15 pounds since the start of the show.
He loves it, dude.
Well, he
Hollywood
could
loves
lose
every
another
second of it.
20.
I need to lose it, man.
He loves every
Hey,
second
if you
of it,
want me to
dude.
come back
Bring
to
that shit
NHL
up.
19, I gotta do stuff like this, man.
Are you coming
NHL
back?
19.
Say it live right now.
He loves it. Dude.
Listen, hold on.
Do
Yeah,
it.
we want to know, man. Is Hollywood strapping on the pads in NHL 19?
Is Esso going 19? I heard you're not playing.
We don't
19,
know,
man.
Nope,
man.
he
We
quit.
don't know.
He quit.
Yeah, man.
Dude quit.
Sunsets.
I wish they just fucking release the guy
Well, I
the
don't
same as the beta. Just fucking leave it alone. There's the fucking game. Play it. Like don't touch anything. Just fucking release
He's doing
that
it,
game.
dude. He's not. Esso's fucking bailing. He's out, man. Hollywood
This
got
isn't
him.
about me. Holly, what's this?
But
Well,
he did it.
about
That's what
you.
Hollywood does.
About,
And you
About
better
you,
still be on the
SO,
show,
don't-
motherfucker.
no, about
Yeah,
you,
Holly.
That's
Esso,
what Hollywood
though.
does, man.
Talking about Daly's team on there, you know, there was all these trades that transpired. I was shocked that nobody really was commenting that when Daly traded Esoteric. I mean, weren't you guys like inseparable, man? Like,
Yeah, here's
well,
the.
I mean, who knows Daly the best? I mean, you probably
Me.
know what kind of cereal this guy eats, or how he
Yeah,
likes
I
his
do.
eggs,
And Daily
what
do.
kind of boxer briefs he wears.
Salvatore.
You guys play on the fantasy teams, you know.
Oh yeah.
So who cut the
so
cord,
hairy.
man? Like did he dump you off there, or did you want out from that team? Man?
No, it was neither. Here's what it was. He was actually asked early on in the season by people in this party
Yes, he was.
to trade for me, and Daly
Oh, I
said
did.
no. I will. Yeah, you and Brian. There were other people that offered as well.
He's gonna ride.
This is early on.
He's
and
gonna
you know,
rot.
we didn't
Yeah,
have the
something
hottest
rots with
start,
me.
and he
Yeah.
goes, "Nah, this F word is gonna rot." That's exactly what he told everybody. He's gonna rot with me because we blow, and we're just gonna blow together all the way to last place and be done with it.
Then
And
you
I was
blow
fine with
yourself to
that.
your
I'm
other
happy with it
homeboy.
because it's fun. Listen, but well, I'm getting there. Let's not act like Mac North is in first place, please. Okay, this
Well,
isn't
no.
one of those. I'm
No.
trading my buddies to all
but
the
you
playoff
but you
teams.
went
That's
to your
not what
buddy's
this
team.
was.
You went buddy to buddy.
Dominator
I
Silva.
mean, yeah, I did, but I mean, listen, I got a lot of buddies. You know, you could say that about almost any captain in this fucking league. So it's not like that. You know, it was more of Holly. This is the realty of it. He's tried everything, nothing's working. This is my last Hail Mary. Agent's always wanted to play with me. You know, now Agent can come play with me over here. We can finally say we've been on a team together. And by the way, shout out to Agent, who all he ever does is put up tons of points, and no one seems to fucking care. I still don't understand that. I've mentioned it before on these shows that people sleep on Agent. They always do. Maybe that's an eye test thing that Yambag was talking about earlier. I have no idea, but the guy puts up points, so this is not a scrub player.
Brian gets eye test. I like that.
Oh,
Okay.
no, and I'll throw it out there. It's fucking word of mouth. When particular people say something, it means.
Oh, just say it. Don't fucking give me this pussy. Oh, then some people say some things, and sometimes just fucking put it out there, man. This is why I come on these shows to get this shit to
He
fuck
put you
out.
on the edge of
When
the
people
cliff,
say what?
and then he just stops.
When people say what?
Okay. I'll fucking throw it out there. When say
Do it.
Daly says something, when
Like
fucking just anything. If he mentions somebody saying, "Oh," like say for instance, when I was having a struggle bus of a fucking season on Dank's team, and then I went to fucking Sunnydale, and then I went to fucking, all
What did he say?
Shit,
What did he
shit
say?
fucking teams. He said, I'm having a struggle in the fucking game, and it's not me. I was on Tomahawk's team when that was struggle bus. I still put up points. I had 2 forwards that told me they weren't passing me the puck. Literally, they told me they weren't passing me the puck, and I still put up decent points.
This is why you have
one
one person. Ready?
One
I play
person
with
says
Sober on one of these
something.
teams. No, we did this before, so I can comment. When we had you, what was that? Putting it in. You were just like I don't know what was going on. It was kind of like odd
Careful
guy.
what you
Like,
say,
get the puck,
because you were a
get the-
disaster too.
I was, dude. Guess what? I played one game at one position. Or I played one series one position, one series another position, and then I was traded. Like it was literally like,
Yeah,
play here.
You were
tonight.
so
Ian, play
bad
here
that
tonight.
Daly named his team after
Oh
you the
my
season
God.
afterwards.
Dude, he literally put me at a different position every night.
Brian
Right?
literally put me and you.
Am I right or not?
All 2 nights. There was only
I could
2
play
nights.
center.
That's
Exactly.
why.
Exactly.
That's why
Oh,
Yambag.
that's
Take a
nice.
side here.
Anyway,
What's that?
That's
Can you
why
take a side
Yambag
here?
captains.
Was Yam good?
Anyway, no, I'm done. Dude,
But
I'm done with it.
I
Forever.
just get annoyed
Let's
that
get back on
I've-
let's get
I've
back on
fell off.
subject. Hold on, no. Back on subject. You played
Okay.
left wing, and like the left wing entry was like sober skates into the zone, sober skates into left D man. Sober skates in the zone, sober just passes it to no man's land. It was a bad season. We've all been there. I'm there right now. I literally was like, I don't want to play this game at all because I'm so terrible at it. And then you get traded. You put points up, Like, I mean, I'm gonna make a statement that's gonna get ripped. The points are overrated. If you play next to somebody that piles up points and you fucking kick the puck to
That's
the
not-
guy, and then somebody else passed it to a score, you get an assist for it. Like, secondary
Yeah, no,
assists
I'm
make
with you.
people so
Believe it or
overrated,
not.
it's silly.
I am
Consistency
with
is
you
not
up
overrated
there.
though. If you have one good
Consistency's
season,
not overrated. That makes sense.
maybe. Okay, but if you got somebody who's putting up 95 points 5 times in 6 seasons, then you know what? They're a good player. There's something to it.
That's fair.
And this
No,
was
I
my
get
whole,
it.
this was my whole point on Agent. For coming back for me, Holly, to your original point was the trade. Why it happened, what was the point of it? Like, you both non-playoff teams, both teams struggling, both players struggling, really. Like, when you're on a team like that, everybody struggles, It's just it was
See,
what
I-
he asked me. He asked me.
I was
He said,
hoping-
"Do you want to
I
go
was
play
hop-
for Mac?" He asked me.
See, I was
mean,
hoping you went to Daly and told him you wanted off that team. You know why?
No.
You know why I say that? Here's
Why?
why, man. Look. You're playing with Daly. You're on his team there. I see this trade transpired. You know what I mean? How many seasons have you played on ex-Daly's team?
3.
3 seasons. How many games is that? I mean, I'm not even, from fantasy 239 hockey, whatever. I mean, you've played 3 seasons with this guy. How many cups have you guys won?
None.
0,
Mhm.
right? I think he's bringing the ESO legacy down, man. Just think if you didn't play for Daly those 3 seasons,
I
you
mean,
won a
one-
cup,
one-
right?
one-
you won a cup.
Hey,
Yeah.
One
Esso,
season with me
Yeah.
with
How many
Ford,
cups did you play with? How many seasons you play with me, buddy?
2.
So you want to talk about the Pops, bro? How many cups you got, bud?
1 for 2. It's 500. I'm
And
batting
you
500.
made
man.
the playoffs
I'm
with me
not-
too. So
Pretty good.
that's
Yeah,
I'm just saying,
100%.
You play with me
saying.
with Daly, man. I don't know. Maybe Daly's the problem. Maybe you should be
Oh
a
my
goalie.
God, what if it's him?
Look, man, you don't even want to play NHL 19. What do you
I
think's
know.
causing that?
What if
Think
it's?
about it, man.
I gotta
Wow.
rethink about this. I gotta reflect. I might have like a Michelob Ultra and think about it. I don't know.
Jesus, ultra.
Look, you got
Okay,
traded.
I'm on that.
Doing the
Right.
show. You know what I mean?
Can I
Yeah.
just ask? I just want to throw this out there too. Yam, if I were to ask to be a captain next season, would that be a thing? Like,
I don't know, dude, because in this show, like you said, literally in the last 10 minutes, you said I was gonna draft Daly and put him at center and not right D. So like immediately when I heard that, like in
That was
admin's
the
heads,
thing.
there's like immediate alarms
That was
like
the
go
thing.
off when we hear things. Like we hear things like, oh well, me and Jets Killer have chemistry. Like that's like a red alert. Like oh my god, that guy should never captain
All
ever
right.
again.
all
When
right,
I hear I should
Sweet.
draft Daly and play him at center instead of right D, that's a red alert. So I don't know.
sweet.
Now, if you
Okay,
got Daly
but how
like
about
round
this?
2, if you got Daly round 2, I would be like, that makes sense. Daly's like a round
Sober.
2
Just
getting
center,
Daly
I think,
round
and I think
2.
that's fair.
Sober.
For center?
Why don't you
Yes.
remind the class, Sober, and Holly's here too. What is your resume as a captain here?
1 cup and playoffs.
Okay, so you're batting 1,000. Your teams are making the playoffs and winning.
That's 1,000.
Okay.
Making the playoffs.
2
with
for
that?
2.
Come on, dude. I'll give you one for 2. Make him. I mean, like, come on. How many teams are in the
No,
league
you
then?
can't give
So-
me
so
one
I
for
win
two.
the
Just
cup.
give me
Yeah,
that.
what's-
Oh my
the
god.
2
What's
seasons-
what is your
I can't do
record
it.
as a
I
captain?
can't do this.
Are you 500
It's horrendous.
as far as wins
It's
losses?
horrendous.
The 2 seasons.
In this league, it's
the 2
horrendous.
seasons, I fucking
So you
and
see
I
the
got
irony.
shit on.
Okay.
And everybody shit on me.
yeah,
oh
why
my
are
god,
you a
you're trading
captain then
Luca
if
for
Sober is-
Esso.
You know what? I don't know why. Actually, I do know
all right.
why.
That's
And
that's
hold
a
on,
fair
Esso
answer.
knows why. Esso, why am I a captain? Go ahead, tell him.
Why are you a captain?
Do
Why am
it.
I a captain? You better
Oh.
give the, you
I-
better
is
be
this-
the, give
this-
the truth. Why was I? A
You
captain?
didn't want to because Rob didn't want to.
I
No,
know you
that's
guys.
not why he's
I
a
know you
captain.
guys don't do the last check fucking guys, but you guys know if you came to me and said, hey, you need a captain, I'd fucking captain.
Dude, first stop. Esso, answer the
That's
fucking
fine.
question.
Yeah.
Because you're pissing me off
Yambag's
now.
captain because guys like
Oh,
Sober
shit.
won't captain, man.
All right, so
Right.
since
I
Esso's
mean-
being a bitch, I'm a captain because I was selected to be a captain. I was
Yeah, no, okay, no.
deemed
I was making sure
one
that's
of the
where you're
people
going
that should
with
be
it. That's
captain.
true. That's true. It is true.
Because I usually draft a competitive team. See, here's the thing. Like, I've been playing in leagues with this group of people for what 10 years now.
Yeah.
Before this
Give or
league,
take.
actually not even before this league, the first couple seasons of this league, I drafted decent teams. But I was always the guy that made the playoffs and never won. Like, kind of like a Marty. Like, I would draft a good team, really nice regular season, and then fucking losing the playoffs.
Yep.
The past couple seasons, it hasn't been that. And I've told everybody, I'm not captaining ever again. This has fucking been embarrassing. I'm just not doing it. I'm a player. I'll get traded 6 times every season. I don't give a fuck.
Yawn.
That answers your question. You don't even play, Hollywood. You chirping.
But he's going to. I feel it. I think he's coming
We'll
back
see.
for 19.
We'll see.
That's what
We'll
I think.
see.
Yeah,
Well,
I
we
thought
wanna
the
see.
whole reason
do the
Yambag's
planning.
captaining.
Good.
I thought the whole reason Yambag's captaining so he doesn't get tossed around from team to team to team. Like one
I'll
of those
tell you what,
whores, you know what I mean? I
that's
guess
actually
He likes.
That's fine.
Everybody likes control, right? I mean,
Of
It's
course.
actually not that bad, to be honest with you. You play
Well,
with different
I mean-
people, you get moved when they suck. Like, if you're on a good team, they're going to keep you. If you're on a bad team, you're going to get moved off the bad team. Like, it's almost a win-win, to be honest with you.
Yeah, I mean, unless you're the person moving from the good team to a bad one.
but
Like
it
poor
still
Shock.
fucks with me. Why fucking Thamps moved fucking Viper for John Bucky? Like, what did that do to help anything? Like, what-
Not much.
Kind of
You know what
player,
it did?
different play
Got him
style.
swept out of
maybe
worse
he thought it
team.
would work better. You gotta look at things like that, man. Like,
But John's fucking hasn't played. It's been Yeti starting on fucking left wing.
well, that's availability always. Didn't availability always run around John Monkey or his connections?
Right.
or
Yeah, he's
something?
part-time, too, I think.
Yeah, but
he
but
was
you
part-time
have-
last
you
year,
have-
not
you
this
have
year.
Viper,
He's full-time this
you
year.
have Viper, Russ, and Thamps that have played all last season together, made the playoffs, had a good team. You get the same squad, they're doing well again, and then you move Viper. And at the time, I think he had over 30 goals and whatever for points, whatever the fuck it was. But what caused that? Was that a trade just to fucking shake shit up? Was that?
Sometimes, dude, Sober. Sometimes when you're a captain, the best moves you make are the ones you don't make. Ask Brian. You do like that's.
I know Brian's. Brian,
You know what I
made
mean? No,
numerous
I'm not even
trades.
troll. That's not.
I could have made
troll.
numerous a few days ago, and I think Ess was referring to the pups when I was 2 seconds away from trading him and Tompkins for Cosmic Fade.
God, you
do
and
it.
Cosmic,
There's
man.
that.
kept
But that's
him.
not the only time.
I kept
you
him,
should
and
throw
I
out-
traded
you should
Tompkins
throw
for
out the
RDV, and we won the whole thing.
You should
And
throw
it
out the
worked.
goddamn fucking drug monkey trade offer. That fucking thing.
The
What
drug
was
monkey
that?
trade offer.
Oh
What
my
was that?
God.
Can we talk about this stuff on stream?
Yeah, it's
Or is this-
passed. It's passed.
Talk about whatever you want. The shit's over.
Yeah, the trade
All
deadline's
right.
passed.
So
we could fucking...
what was on the table at 11:57 p.m. on the trade deadline?
Wait, Brian,
was
Brian, before you get in,
Yeah.
mention the Joestal area of the
Oh, I wouldn't do those till after the season's over. That's
What?
my opinion, but you guys do what you
trade
want.
them passed. Fuck it.
Because these guys are still on their team. Nah, man. Because
My
they
team
still gotta play
knows.
with these guys.
I told my team
That's
about
just my
it. But
opinion. I hear
The
you,
offer
but
I
I'm
got
just
from
saying,
Drug.
like, guys, somebody's gonna hear about they were gonna get traded and they're gonna fucking rage out and beat. That's
There's
my
already
opinion.
been
You know
other
what?
trades
maybe you're right.
that
Maybe we shouldn't.
affected-
Maybe we shouldn't do it without Drug in the party, without his blessing. That might not be
There's
fair.
already been other trades.
I agree. Nah, I'm just.
changed.
That's my 2 cents, man. Somebody you never expect it, and then somebody gets overly emo, and you're like, oh, we shouldn't have said that. Like, something from last season. Nothing's gonna happen now, But the current season, that's my opinion. I try and avoid the shit talking and causing emo on teams. That's all.
Well,
Sorry,
we're
I
over the
apologize.
2 hours here, right?
Yeah, I
Shut
mean,
up, Holly, why you gotta keep
How many
pushing
people
us?
are really
enough.
going to be listening?
I've
right
had
now?
enough. Nobody, man. Everyone's
Everybody.
checked out. Now at this
Everybody.
point, we're just talking to each
You
other.
can say what you want
Yeah.
now, right? After the 2 hours.
Somebody's listening at work, dude. Daly's listening right now, probably. Actually, he's not.
Yambag texted me 40 minutes ago, and he's like, "Yeah, we gonna play some puck now." I'm like, "Yeah, well, let's get a group together." All right, great. And here we are, still pulling
Whoa.
our fucking Hogans.
Whoa. I said now, or did I say after the show? I said
It
after
was
the
40
show.
minutes ago,
Well,
yeah.
and,
You want me to
and
read
Abe,
the text? You want me to read the
Abe.
text?
How the
Someone
fuck
read
have
the
we
text.
had a daily call-in yet? Like, that...
Is there post-puck
a
show being
2-hour
played?
show,
That's what I said.
And Daly
quote.
hasn't called in yet. What
How
the
long
fuck?
ago?
We're not post-puck. He can't call in,
You
dude.
should've
It's a
been-
fucking Xbox party. You
How many
retarded?
viewers do we have right now?
Oh,
Do we even have any?
he's
They're
called
in
in
bed, dude.
before.
There's no way.
It,
No way.
It makes the show. I mean, Esso will fucking
How many viewers
put
we
his
got?
goddamn cell phone up to the goddamn fucking thing.
Oh, well, then
got
that's
19
different.
still.
Tell him to call in. 19 viewers, dude. Dude, like the fucking page or do whatever you gotta do, and we'll get Daly to call in. Do it. What can I do? What can I say to be like, hey, do
Esso
this
could
and
make
we'll
probably
get him to
2
call in.
comments and the fucking Daily will call in.
Wait, Daly still does shows? Or?
I just told Daly to call Esso. I said, call Esso right now. Let's see what happens. Tell him we're shitting on him or something. Tell him we're talking about impregnating Jenny.
All right.
Just
This
get
will be
him
the
to
last
call.
thing, though,
This
man,
is
and
the
I'm
thing.
out.
If we get
Well,
Daly
what?
to call, that could be a
Wait.
good thing to end on.
Wait,
That'd
hold
be
on,
good.
hold on. So Esso, the guy that, love him, we're doing a show, and now you say you're doing the last thing and you're out? Come on. You can't.
If Daly calls, that's a reasonable negotiation. So you gotta learn how to negotiate, Sober.
All right.
This is negotiation. We'll go longer if Daly calls in. This
There
is
hasn't
what
been a fucking
happens. You
negotiation
get
yet.
me, Flanny, and Giant on. You get the OGs
I'm about-
on, we go over 2 hours.
I'm about to
That's what we
pass
do.
out over here. You
Nah,
gotta
you're
get
good,
him up.
man.
Yeah, of what?
You're
Heat
good.
stroke or exhaustion? Which
Hey,
one?
Flanny, to get you involved
Christ.
on this shit, did you play any of the beta?
Nah, I haven't, man. I still got
Oh,
the
fuck.
18 here, but that's about it.
Like, well,
Dude, I just
Flanny, fire it up.
renewed my
Play some games
subscription
tonight?
today. I just
You go play some games, Flanny?
my gold was expired, man. I haven't been on like for a year. No, I haven't
wanna play
really
some-
played the Xbox. I mean, I've been doing a lot of retro stuff. You know what I mean? I got that the
I see
NES
what you
Mini, the SNES. Now they got these
Oh, hey,
arcades coming
hey.
out next month.
Hey, hold on.
yeah.
Hold on. Drug just sent me a G chat. He said, "Go ahead with the offer."
Get that guy in there. Get
Go ahead
Drug
with
in
the
there,
offer.
man.
He said, "You can talk about the offer." So
All right, well then there you go. You got the blessing.
there you
Yeah.
go, Brian.
All right,
Yeah,
Fire
Brian.
it up.
Well,
At
someone's
11:57
listening to the show. I like it. 2
At
hours in. Jesus fuck.
11:57 p.m. I think actually it might have been 11:58. Deadline was at midnight. I texted Drug and I said that I wasn't going to do it. But we had been talking for probably about like 6 hours about this one specific deal. I felt it was too much to give. He felt it was fair. Ultimately, that's what, split things up. But he wanted Grish, NX Crispy, Odd Guy, and I believe no, it wasn't Sober. So it was Grish.
Oh, it was me.
Crispy and Odd Guy. I don't think in this one.
Really?
I don't think in this one. No, I think the final one was Grish, Odd Guy, and Crispy.
All right.
4, Cosmic, Headless Frangu, and then either Cabriolet or Gunny. I'm pretty sure.
Nah, I don't
It
know.
was Hockey Mike. It was
And
Hockey
I
Mike.
just felt,
Yeah.
and or Hockey Mike, yeah.
Yeah.
And I mean, yes, Cosmic is a game changer in my opinion. I play very well with Cosmic. I know this. But I didn't feel like it warranted giving up my entire left side that is tearing shit up. Like that's that.
Yeah, that's a good call. Definitely.
No, you should mention the other trade. That was same with Drug.
Well, there was one where you were involved and Gunny was coming back as well.
Yep.
It's same pieces.
Yeah. Is me, Grish, Crispy, and Odd for Frangu. God damn it. I forgot about it, but it was yuck. Like, yuck. In my eyes, but
Nah,
I
wouldn't make
love
it
my
easy.
boys,
You
and
should
they
not-
know I do.
you
I
should not touch
put
your
I
team.
put thought to it because that's what any captain doing his due diligence should do, in my opinion. But I don't
Nah,
think it would have
you're-
made my team better at the end of the day.
Your
So,
team's rolling,
I
man.
didn't do
There's no reason. There'd be no reason to make that deal at all.
well, and
Yeah,
I
you-
tried to explain that to Brian. I was like, dude, seriously, if you made the trade and say it worked, great, and then it'll never be questioned.
if it doesn't,
Say if
man,
you
I
made
fucked
the
up
trade,
everything. Like,
and
like
everything would be fucked.
that's the thing, because like we're in a really good spot. I feel I'm confident in my squad. I think we're gonna win. And I wouldn't want to screw that up. I wouldn't want to make the trade and then all of a sudden we drop 2 of our last 3 series
Yeah,
and we're into the
that'd
playoffs
be a
and we're like,
bad move.
fuck, right?
Yeah,
like I should've just
that
kept
had
it,
me in
so-
the tickle me emo and Moose. I made a trade that when I tickle me emo team and the Moose, when I made the trade for Lide for Legion.
Yeah,
yeah.
sometimes
and
people
then
make
fucking,
trades just to make trades, and you can't do that.
Yeah, and it completely fucked my team. You go into the fucking goddamn playoffs and your center starts taking shots on your goalie and it's just, fuck, terrible.
You can't do that, man. Sometimes the best trades no trade.
Legion won't let that fucking trade go.
Well, you can't
Still
blame
fucking
them.
haunting him. That's still haunting him like fucking 8 years later.
So Flanny, you play
One
some
guy,
club or what?
one guy you can't trade
club up, man.
is Sober, man. You can't trade Sober. You just can't do it, man. Look, a lot of people talk a lot of shit about Sober, about this, the position-wise, but dude, this guy's on every single game. How many games have you missed in 239 hockey, Sober?
0.
You're like the Cal Ripken of 239 hockey, man. So and he's playing in that. He's playing goalie. And that's one position you don't want to mess around with. You got to put somebody like you got to put Daly. Like Daly has to go play in that. Norogreski's doesn't got to worry about that. Sober's going to be there, period. So that's one guy I wouldn't move if I was captain.
I'm gonna say it. # fuck drug. There you go.
Wow, man.
Why?
Fuck was that?
What's wrong with Mark Zotakis, bro?
No, I'm a drug guy, man. I'm a drug
I'm a
guy.
drug guy too.
Easily.
I'm a drug guy too.
Look,
But
look, drugs
How do you
always-
feel about NF Tack, man? Like, what's
the
sober guy
reason
with
why-
him, dude?
the reason why I got
He's
drafted
so
as a goalie
old.
last
He is
season
really
was
old.
because of drug.
Yeah.
And with his
Yeah.
fucking goddamn fucking power rankings or his fucking
I just-
draft, fucking
yeah.
mock, all that shit. That's the reason
I want
why
to put
got.
something out there. I want to put something out there, and it's a moment that we're all used to. ESO is very used to it. When Drug joined the
I gotta
league,
go.
there was a couple questions about Drug joining the league, and I said, you know what? I like this guy. He's a pretty
Really?
stand-up guy. He's
There-
been a
there's
great addition to the
questions
league.
with Drug?
Does anybody disagree? There was some
No.
words, and I said, you know what? I talked to him a little bit. He seems like a good guy, and I think he's a very upstanding individual in the league. I'm a big Drug Monkey fan.
Yeah, fucking drugs awesome. I just fucking still hate the fact that he put me in his fucking mock as a goalie right away, and then I get fucking drafted as a fucking goalie. Ah!
Dude,
Get
Drug is one of the best
pigeonholed,
people I've met online. He's the kind of person who isn't afraid to tell you how he feels, and some people don't take kindly to that. You know, like
I agree.
But, dude, as far as like who he is as a guy, dude, he's fucking awesome, man. Like, no way.
Well, it just
How
look,
come-
just look.
How come Drug Monkey's
His
never
buddy,
on any of these
his
shows,
fucking
man?
buddy, his fucking buddy all the way, and he fucking canned this shit. Like,
Dude, he didn't think twice about that. That
Yep.
was great. He's like, fucking
Yep.
can, dude. Go on. He's like, get the bat. That's what he said. Get the bat on him.
Yep.
And he got the
Yeah.
bat. That's what happens. That's what happens.
Yeah,
here.
get the
drug
bat,
doesn't
man.
fuck around.
Best
with that
friends,
shit.
bad.
And I feel fucking terrible for him for this season with the people that he drafted, and the shit that happened with the people that he drafted. He should have had a really solid fucking squad for the whole season, and it got shit on, and he had a fucking hospital fucking stay and shit. Like, dude, his first
Yes,
season as captain, he's
stats are in,
dealt with pretty much everything. Like, fuck.
And guess what?
No
He still
issues.
has a chance, man. Look at that 8 seed race. There's like 4 teams that are right there. And I don't know. Cosmic's back.
Who do you
it's
thi-
pretty big.
That
man.
trade for Cosmic is huge for him. I know we touched on it earlier. I really think, like, if he thought he was down and out before, man, you get a series sweep like that. He got a couple of them, and he won this. I love the write-ups because he's so miserable about how the season's gone that he doesn't. You can tell. Like, it's not like I've talked to him or anything, but you can literally tell by looking at the posts. It's just a shitload of gifts that go, "Oh wow, big deal. Nobody fucking cares. We won a series. Bye." And then, like, the next one, he sweeps a series. These are just gifts that tell the story. That's the best part about it.
Yeah,
And he
it's
gets
funny.
in there, and I saw it today, and it was like, they swept a series. Really? Done. That's the whole write-up. It's perfect.
Thing
It's
too,
like,
dude, he's
the way
playing
his
lefty
season's
as a
gone.
righty. I've known Drug
That's
for
I
a
know.
long
He's
time,
shifted.
dude. He's been
Yep.
around this game for a long time, and I have never once seen him do that. I've seen him play center, I've seen him play right wing, I've seen him play goalie, and I've seen him play right D. He's always been predominantly a right D, one of the best. I've never seen him use a righty stick. It is the weirdest
Well,
fucking thing.
Brian, I will admit, the one season I was in XBS, I was on his team, all the way, Lamp and everybody. The one season I was there, won a cup. He predominantly
Against the most
played-
stacked XBS line in the history of XBS, my team. Yeah, I know.
He predominantly played lefty. Like, that was, if all the way wasn't in net, he
You're
was playing
wrong.
lefty.
I love you. So that was like my league for
Every-
the longest time, bro.
Every
Like,
game I
trust
play
me.
with him, he was on lefty. Every game. And it
can Drug
surprised
call
the
in, confirm
piss
this?
out of me. It surprised the
If
Oh,
he's
he can call
listening-
in. There's no calling in to do. There's just a fucking, you do this. Where's that motherfucker at? You just do this to him, and
Fucking
he hits
Moose
the button
21,
right there.
Joe Thornton, Spec, Cam
Get him in
19,
there.
Cam Shows, and Chemical Dependent.
Shout out to Joe.
Lost.
This is
Next
what happens.
Oh,
2 hours
Yeah,
in,
shout out
I'm
to
inviting
Joe,
guys.
man. Shout out to
I
Jumbo.
miss that
inviting
guy.
guys 2 hours
I
in.
just want to get in a party with Cam again and just talk to him. Like, I haven't talked to him in fucking years.
I mean, I could run upstairs and
This
from the
motherfucker's
mic,
not going to
but-
join, is he?
Hey, I almost
Oh,
got
is he in
fucking
there?
Not gonna wanna
banned
do
out of
that.
the league before the draft, Brian, because I fucking talked shit about I talked shit to Chem and fucking Jim Dangle. I barely got let in the league.
sober. I remember the first thing
I
you
just
said
chugged.
when you joined that league is you went in the shout box and he said, "Listen, I'm a winger. I play left wing. I don't play right wing, and set up for one timers like a faggot."
Yeah, I did.
I was like, "All right,
That was the thing.
this guy is not cut out for
That
for
was
this
the thing.
this kind of environment."
But oh my god, the fucking message I got from Dusty one night. He goes, when the draft happened, I got a fucking message saying, yeah, so you say some really messed up stuff in the shout box. But you also
Oh, fuck
say
outta
some
here.
really nice stuff. So we thought long and hard, and you're okay to be in. It's like, okay, well,
Oh my
if I gotta
God,
walk
are you
up,
kidding me?
so
Jesus Christ.
my response was like, if I gotta walk on pins and needles, you might as well just not let me in now, and we'll go from there.
I just can't with this nonsense. Jesus Christ. We really thought long and hard about it. Think long and
Yeah,
hard about
it was
this.
a fucking drilled out thing. Like I guess certain things I said offended people the wrong way, and they didn't like it. So it was a thing.
Fucking
I miss the
misery.
guys. I just don't miss the culture. I do miss the guy. We're a lot of good guys over there. But
Oh, bring him over, man. We're always looking for people.
yeah, a lot of good guys
Fucking
over there.
do it. Do it up. And fucking drug monkeys, like, becoming not a yam bag guy. Or I'm not becoming a drug guy. I texted him. I said,
Listen.
"Yeah, get in this party," and he's just not fucking. Not even, he's just.
Yeah, he's
ghosting
gonna
me.
go.
Fuck that.
Oh yeah, he's gonna
Hey,
go.
fuck
That's
that.
the
Hey,
yeah.
he's
for sure.
responding to me in G-chat.
Smart.
So fuck off.
Well, then fucking. No, he usually
loves
does to
me.
me too. But
Wait, hold
the
on.
time when I say,
Hold on.
"Hey, join the show," he's not.
I'm gonna scroll up to his messages after the throwdown. Man,
Well, Drug's
nobody
never
gives
been
me
on the
any
show, man.
respect. In
Well,
that,
the first
eh?
time for everything. Dude,
He's always in the
show,
chat
get
box.
on.
He's always on the message boards there. I never seen him on any of the shows. So
He was due to
oh.
be on 1 week. He was definitely coming on, and then he got he got hung up with work shit
No,
or
he's
clients
getting.
or something like
He's
that.
replying to me. Hold on, he's replying. Let's see what he says. He's gonna give me some BIE. Tell Sober to lay
So-
off the sauce.
So where's gonna be a long ass upload, man? YouTube.
Oh no.
Good.
No,
That's what
it'll go
happens. Dude.
quick.
You bring
It'll go quick.
you bring the OGs. You get
It'll
the
go
fucking
quick.
big show. Invite him in here, Sober. Just so he gets a different person.
He
Invite
isn't
him.
fucking even on. Like what the fuck?
Yes, he is. He's fucking on
His
Madden.
kids. His
Did you block
kid.
him?
It's probably his fucking
Oh, that's
kid.
his kid.
Yeah.
How is it? Nah.
Oh,
Oh my
there he is.
God!
Get his kid here.
He took Sobers, but not yours.
Oh, there he is.
Sobers
That's all right. We'll
invite, but
take
not
it.
yours.
Check the
That's
box,
fine,
man.
That's all right.
Yeah,
man.
check your
that box
box.
off.
And,
Get your
and,
voice
and
in here, you
yes,
fucking
yes,
mutt.
I did fuck up. I did fuck up. He
check
didn't
this.
play lefty. He played goalie, and Russ was on lefty.
Oh, can we
Yeah.
cover something real quick? Can we just
Good old,
touch on one thing?
good old Russ.
Hey, you take fucking Sober's invite, not mine. You fucking
I
kidding
did.
me?
Hey,
Actually, I took
You
yours.
wanna-
You never invited me.
yeah.
All
I was
right,
gonna
good.
say,
Sober's a
scumbag.
you want the truth? I never.
Because I
fucking
put him in
invited
net, supposedly.
Oh, you fucking drug, you motherfucker.
You gotta get that 8C drug. We're pulling for you, man.
Yeah, that's gonna be a long shot. The only way it's gonna do it is Golden Boy can get us going. The golden ticket.
Golden-
Yeah, Kovalchuk?
Cosmic. Yeah. We'll see.
You sweep
We'll
though.
see.
You just swept.
Yeah, we beat Daly. Close games.
Oh, well.
Exactly.
No, I'm not trying to take anything away. It's just,
We're both fucking struggling, man. So
Uh,
Well, hey,
do you
by
play
the
next?
way,
Man.
Slicky hasn't
We
played
play-
very well this net in that
let
rate.
me see. I know we play Cortez next week. We play Marty. And we play Schwartz.
you can win every
Schwartz,
one of those
but-
series. I'm telling you right now, you can win every
We'll
single
see.
one of those series.
He's getting 3
They're all
points
winnable.
versus Cortez. I'm calling it.
Give
At
it a
least
red,
3
man.
points.
Give it a red.
But listen, if your eye
Give
test
it a
is so
red.
fucking accurate,
All day. All day.
Just give it a
Right?
red, bro.
you don't have respect
we-
for Cortez's team, Yam. If their eye test
No,
is
we-
so
you know what?
accurate, they should be able to go in there and win that
Listen.
series with Cosmic
Listen,
Fade.
we played Drug and we beat them in a series, but he had backups in it and all kinds of shit, and he didn't have Cosmic. I was more impressed
Well-
with him and his backups what they did than I was with Cortez, and that's not a slight against Cortez.
Wait, did we
I
have
just-
backups? I don't know if we did, man. I think we had.
Dude, you
I
didn't
think we
have
had
backups
Ozzy.
all
We
year.
had
Cosmic yet.
What?
We
had backups all year.
Bilal,
I
no,
didn't
Bilal
have
played.
backups.
Ozzy played. I mean, Bilal and Ozzy were those two guys, man.
I think on
I
defense
really,
you had a backup.
I had a bad read. They just didn't mesh well together. They're great players, but just sometimes it just doesn't work. And I waited, and
I'm telling you,
you
man.
gotta wait, but just didn't work out.
3 points against Cortez, at least. That's my pick. Talk
We'll
about
see.
it
But
next week on
Cortez's
the
team
show.
is unbelievable, man. I didn't think he was going to be, I thought he was going to be in the playoff mix. I didn't think he was going to be top team overall.
You were in the minority. A lot of people were saying he was going to be shit.
You know?
I thought Cortez should have played net. I'm consistent with that, and he made a good move. He's played well up front, played good enough to win. That's all that matters, you know.
And then he makes the trade. He gets Brick. That was forget it, man.
That's straight, dude. It's straight up trade.
Pack it up.
It's like
I don't know what
it doesn't matter.
Because Cortez is a good talker, man. He probably had him in a party and just talked
Oh,
to
yeah.
Jelly, and Jelly started getting dizzy, and he probably had him going in circles, and then next thing you know, fucking.
The email thread is
Cortez,
confirmed.
Cortez has Brick and fucking, and what the hell just happened? I couldn't believe it, bro.
You know that the night before that trade, Cortez was playing club with Brick, and Ability kept the stream running, and there was a little conversation that was happening that was beyond what should have been said on the stream, but
that was a great trade.
Yeah, like that. It's still fucking. It still hurts me. I'm like, oh my god, you traded Brick for a guy that has a broken finger. No offense to Swagger.
I can't believe that, man. That's Trape.
But yeah, but you come out and Swagger says I got a broken finger, blah blah blah. Even though it's this ring finger and it's not supposed to fucking affect shit. Yeah, you trade. Jelly and Brick have kind of been a thing, right? Last season at least, or 2 seasons.
Yeah, they've been playing together.
And you trade and you trade that guy for a guy with a broken finger. Like what the fuck? I mean, I understand Brick could be hard in parties when your team's losing or not playing well. I understand that, but still.
Swag not playing. Is his finger actually broken? Like,
no, he's playing.
I think he's fine.
We just played. He's playing.
What does it matter?
But not as well as probably Swagger could play. It kind of going back to the whole cosmic fucking tomahawk thing when he broke his
Swag is swag, bro. The guy's a lunatic. He just gotta. He puts his head down and he fucking. Yep. He drives to the net, man, and he knows how to finish. That's one thing about Swag, but he needs other guys, around him. To like set him up, and Jelly moving at center, man. I don't know. I like Jelly on the wing.
Yeah,
I prefer him on the wing.
The trade to me made absolutely no sense. Besides Cortez bettering his team, I
agree.
I think
Brick's
he thought
Brick's a 1.
He was. Yeah.
Brick's a 1, and Swag's like a good 2.
Yo, how the hell did Brick go from the last place team to the first place team in a matter of fucking 4 weeks? That guy's a magician, bro. He's unbelievable.
I'll tell you what, and people have questioned this. He had no idea I was trading him. As far as he was concerned, he was.
No, I
fucking
know. I'm just saying
with the chip.
It's crazy.
I'll tell you what.
So I played with Jofus.
Hold on.
I played with Jofus
hang on.
fucking Mellow.
Hold on. You play with they're the same guy. Hang on.
Yeah.
So when I
did
trade guys,
that was the thing.
Listen,
that happened.
Hold on. Let me finish.
It.
So when I trade guys,
that's because Yams fucking.
Time out.
I'm trying to say something here.
Oh.
Yeah. Well, guess what, man?
Oh no.
You don't get to say anything right now because it's a fucking call-in. Welcome to the show.
This is what happens.
This has to be the most ridiculous thing I've ever heard in my life. First of all, Yam, stop moving your dick licker. You are literally, and I mean quite literally, the last person to be doing any tripping. You are in last place. I don't care what place I am. You are in last place, and you feel like a bitch. So I am all fucking set with you. Secondly, Mr. Holly who? This guy hasn't been around for how long, and he wants to come onto the show and say, what? Listen, man, last time you and I faced South Hollywood, you were running. You were blaming, what was it, No Cause Renegade had to pray on a Sunday so he didn't have to go up against X to the D to the A to the L to the Y. But, it's good, man. It's good for entertainment. I like to see some of these faces back, but the Yan thing had me completely warped. I can't take it. I'm working, and this is the shit I have to listen to. It's ridiculous, to be quite honest, man.
This reminds me of our earlier shows. This is great.
But he called in, right? I messaged him. He calls in.
You know I can't hear
what
they're
happens.
saying.
Yeah, I know you can't hear what they're saying, man. It's more Yamisms, man. Listen.
Yamism? Can we talk about his trading ability, the way he values players, or do we not even have time for that right now? How many times would I bust on this ridiculous thing this year?
We got all night.
3 or 4, right?
Yam said, "Listen, we got all night." That's what he said.
Oh, okay. Yeah,
just pump it daily.
I still got 2 hours left in this fucking restaurant before close.
We might still be on the air.
No joke. I was saying there, I was like, sit there, I'm like, man, these guys have been running hot for like 2 hours, and then you get Drug Monkey out there. Shout out to Drug, man. His team played a hell of a series and absolutely raped Joe still in that trade for Cosmic. Absolutely ridiculous.
I don't know if it was a rape, but it was.
Did you talk about? What was I going to say? Did you talk? Well, obviously you probably ripped on Yam a bit for being awful at this game, but what brings Flanny and Giant back, man? What's the story on that? How did you get
Listen,
that
I'll tell you how, man. Because me and Flanny are always in talks, right? We always shoot the breeze about anything, and not even league-related shit. You know, we just shoot the breeze, and he hooked me up with all the retro games on the Nintendo Classic because I'm a sped and I don't know how to do that shit. So he walked me through it. We were just talking and. You know, I said, well, you know, when's Hollywood coming back? And when's and then it somehow got to when is Hollywood and Giant coming on the show? And then within 3-4 days, it was all set up. So that's how it was.
It's funny because I was asking myself that very question, like when are Flanny and Giant going to come out from the depths of hell again? Because I remember they made that jump over to MHL, and then we buried that fucking league, absolutely buried it with our top-notch media, and they were never be heard of again. We buried them in MHL so bad that they went and did a flag football run. That's how bad they got buried. They had to go and find something on ESPN 8, the Ocho. So, like, it was but you know what, man, listen, you know in 239, we don't hold grudges unless your name is Atri, unless your name is Woolen. So I'm happy that they're back, man. I'm happy that they're getting there. They're getting their, wet their whistles again, and they're on the elitists, man. I'm happy to have them back.
Holly, what do you got? Anything? Because Daly can't hear. He can only hear me. What do you? Do you have anything to say to the X to the D to the A to the F to the A to the T?
Just stop it. Stop. Until he's relevant, you can't do that shit.
Yeah, you're fat. Stop.
I'm clearly not fat. I have a 6-pack. You don't. Thanks. Anyways.
You all
ate 24 Krispy Kreme donuts in one sitting, and then asked for 2 more.
And you ate 24 Krispy Kremes in one sitting. That's fat.
Yeah, did you tell that story? I ate 24 Krispy Kremes. It was in under 20 minutes. It was under 20 minutes. 24 original glazed in under 20 minutes.
How many calories?
On a bet.
4,800.
Oh my god.
Change. And it was under 20 minutes. I know Yam because I know Yam. He hates my eating. Like he loves them but hates them. So he's just disgusted. I don't have to hear him. I just know he is. Like I just.
It's disgusting. It definitely is.
Yeah, he just confirmed it's disgusting. He said it's gross.
That's
well,
gross,
that's the
man.
same guy who didn't think I could eat those 2 slices of that weak ass pizza.
I didn't, man. No, that was gross too.
But I could have eaten it.
When he came and took a bite out of Chewy's fucking cheesesteak.
That he did that.
Yeah.
But it's what it is. So wait a minute, I gotta ask. Who's on the show right now?
We got Drug Monkey, we got Hollywood, Mr. Jim Flanagan, No Regretski, Sober Enough, and Yam.
Oh, okay, here, can we talk about this? Maybe you guys did. I didn't listen to the whole show. And this is the elitist, so I guess I can kind of do this. How hard did Dolly go in on Regretski the other night?
Okay, we do. He went hard, and we did cover it. It was like one of the first things we did tonight. You missed it, yeah. Well, you know, Dolly went hard on Brian. Brian went back fairly hard himself.
Yeah, you gotta listen to it.
You gotta listen. You go back and listen to it. You know, it's probably like maybe.
Yeah, I'll have to go back and listen to that part of the segment. Wait, but there's no Giant 918 on tonight?
No, he was. He was here for about an hour and 20 minutes, man. He had to duck out. He's got family, kids, this, that, and the other thing. Dude, by the way, Hollywood is locked in a closet with no fan. He's down to he's lost 25 pounds since the start of the show. Holly,
140.
Yeah, Holly, how you hanging in there?
No, he died.
Let's do it.
Holly, are you on mute? Oh no, he died.
Wait, yes.
He died in the closet. Dude,
This is what happens when you've been out of media for as long as you have.
Just
This
do
is
it.
what happens. You just
Fucking responding.
He died. That's what I'm saying right now. The old Jim Flanagan, you remember, man? I think he's just lost his
fucking respond to Daily.
Hey, can
you
point something out?
Commissioner of what's the flag football league that he commentates?
Oh,
I'm gonna call
no.
the commissioner, man. We're gonna have to restructure that contract.
No.
He needs to take at least, I don't know, every other weekend off because it's really starting to get to him. It really is.
Can you point something out the Daily for me?
What?
I want you to point something out the Daily. So on Daily Show, like guys are always missing, like agents not here this week, and this guy. Can you point out that when Flanny and Yam's doing the show, 2 hours in, we're bringing people in. We got Drug Monkey in here, we got Daily here, like that's the kind of star power we bring. That's what we do.
Yam wanted to point out. Let me see.
Hollywood
if I can
shows up like once a year.
He just wants to get
correctly.
pumped. That's it.
Yam wanted to. He wants to point out that this is kind of what the elitists do. Like you guys on the Throwdown are a little bit busy, missing people all the time. No agent this week, no Daily this week, no Pale, and we're out here bringing superstars. Drug Monkey's on the show, Hollywood's on the show, Giant 918's on the show. Just 2.5 hours in, and just more people are still coming in.
How many views you got right now?
Hey.
First of all, anything that Yam says, just have to laugh it off. And here's the reason why. Do you know how many times Yam has come to me like, Daily, I'll come on the show. Be like, yeah, man, cool, that'd be fantastic. Yam, come on the show. And you know what happens? About 30 minutes before, he's like, oh, I can't come on, my wife's home.
He had. You know what? That's fair. I have.
And you know what he does? He gets mad at me. This is what it's like. Everybody knows I love Yam to death. I really do. I'm a Yam bad guy. But here's the reality. I stopped asking him. Because every time I ask him, he confirms, you know what happens? Oh, shit, what? I can't get on that. He does it for a living,
But hey,
right?
Esso, what happens when I do come on, though?
I'm over it. But you're not gonna,
we got Drug here.
We
got Hollywood here.
We tried to
come on, man.
Look at this. A big component of shitting on the media, but he never comes on the show. So he'll make the draft day appearance, stuff like that. And then when he's
hold on, listen.
Show ever.
Let's clear something up. Let's clear something up.
All right, Daily, hold up.
The shitting on the media is like it's like trolling somebody to do a better job. Like you ever tell somebody they suck?
Oh my God, he's not gonna like that.
That's exactly.
He's not gonna like what you just said.
That's what it
is.
He's
gonna hate that. Dude, he's gonna hate that.
I don't know if he don't like the fact that
that's what it is.
Has like fucking 80 fucking.
It's gonna be something ridiculous.
He doesn't get content.
The one speaking.
He's okay. His retort is that
he doesn't get content with my chirping.
He's basically trolling the media into doing a better job. That's.
Oh my
I'm a motivator, man.
He's motivated.
It's like, did you ever? So like for many moons and many years, my wife would bitch about like the way that I was, right? Like, yeah, you should, work on this, or like work on this, or like work on this, or do that, and then finally I've done all those things. Now I'm this absolutely sexy monster. But she still does it, right? Like, she still complains about other things now. So it's like, you used to complain about these things. So no matter what, there's no appeasing or pleasing Yambag. And at the same time, Yamba's not offering any solutions to what their problems may be. You don't see Yambag saying, hey, let me get on there. I was the blog talk show. You don't see Yambag.
Where am I at right now?
Where am I at right now? Yambag, hey, let me tuck my dick and do a throwdown. Like, you don't hear Yambag giving any suggestions other than saying, what you guys do sucks. So, it is what it is, man. I shout out to all the media guys. Shout out to Pale, myself, Agent. Shout out to fucking everybody who's done it. Colin, the Shock. Shout out to the Elitist. Shout out to the Pro Show. But you don't see Yambag doing a show. No, you know why? Because his life's full. I can't do it. Look out.
Hey, can I ask what?
Yeah,
is this the show we're on right now, and am I on it?
Yes, you're on the show right now, Yam. Yes, I know.
We're 2.5 hours in, and we got.
I know
we're
2.5 hours in.
We got 6 people in here.
I'm supposed to be impressed. Oh my God.
Hey, who's streaming this? How many viewers do we have right now? How many viewers are on right now? I want to know.
I'm done with Yambag. It's not even a thing.
All right, we got Daily on the bump for 2 minutes. Now keep in mind, it's tough to talk over. He gets going, so it's not like we can talk over him. Anyone have anything for Daily? Right now? We got him for like 2 more minutes. Huh?
Who's streaming this? How many viewers you got right now?
Sober.
I don't know right now. Sober. How many viewers you got right now?
Sober's on the show.
17 viewers for 2.5 hours.
And how many people are on there still?
I can't carry
17.
Fuck. Okay.
Dude, Dilly, there's still 17
wait.
watching this thing at 10:40 at night. We've been on for 2 hours 40 minutes.
2.5 hours.
Did he say I'm getting carried again?
These are the 239s. These are the 239 committed. These are the 239. This is what makes 239 so great. You want to talk about the underground. You want to talk about. These are the people that live for this shit. There's very few people that live for what we do, but those 17 people, shout out to those 17. They live.
Hey,
for
Drug, are you
everything
still there?
239. That's why we love this league.
Drug,
Yeah, I'm
there?
still here, man.
Sober leader.
Hey,
That's why we
Drug.
do media. That's why we do
Tell
shows,
Daly,
man.
tell Daly
All right,
your
Daly, hold
favorite
up.
sign.
Hold up, Daly.
Yeah,
it's
Drug-
tough 'cause
Drug
I got
wants
you
to
guys
talk
in my
now.
ear and Daly.
Drug,
Drug.
wants to talk.
Tell
Yeah.
Daly your favorite sign. What is it? That's what he has to do right about.
What? Pack it up.
What? Yeah, he's got to pack it up, man. Just tell Daly to pack it up. Daly's got to
He says
pack
pack
it
it
up,
up, man.
Stick,
But
This
honestly,
is-
honestly, did he just tell
Stick
me
to the
that he
Thursday
was
letdown.
Am I thinking about making a switch to full-time goalie in NHL 19? And the answer to that
He
question
Get back
should.
to the
I thought that's
Yes.
a
get back to the
answer.
Thursday
But yeah,
letdown.
He's
that's the
unbelievable.
answer.
Thursday letdown.
Oh, he likes that. Drug loves it. He
He's
said yes.
unbelievable in that.
Yeah.
He's
He said he's
unbelievable.
unbelievable.
He had
I
a city
love it
saves that
too.
he was
I'm
making
not
last night.
any good at D anymore. I'm not any good at forward. I'm
That's
gonna
not
play
true.
goalie, and I'm just gonna draft amazing teams.
Well, listen, you missed it. You probably missed this earlier in
Hey.
the show. We did give you a blowy, 26 saves out of 29 last night to give you a chance to win.
Yeah, he was on
And-
fire, man. He
Yeah,
was
you
on
were-
fire.
Yep, that's what he said, man. Drug said you were nuts.
I got wrapped for a loss, but no, shout out to Drug. Drug gave me that due after that game, man. He knew. He remembered a couple SBS series from back in the day when old Dad piped up. So yeah, no, shout out to Drug, but I cannot stress it enough.
I did-
I
Sober
really
and not
hope
get a
Joe
fucking
does listen
shout
to
out
this
for
show
the
right
same
now.
shit,
He,
fucker.
Cosmic Fade may be the most dynamic player, with the exception of Noah Gretzky. He may be the most dynamic player I've ever seen.
That's what I said.
And just think,
I said that earlier.
And just think, both of them could have been on the same team.
I know.
Yep.
And like Drug said, both of them could have been on the same team. He
No
just,
balls,
you know,
man. No Regretskis, man. He backed out at the last minute.
Brian's still on here? Where the fuck? He left. He's probably playing fucking club with everybody but me. That's the thing. Oh. Hello? What the fuck? Oh my god, party fail. Everybody's still probably fucking going hard. Come on, bub. Come on, bub. Right here. Yeah, you here? Alright, well, fucking SO. Yeah, the whole fucking party crashed. Yeah. I'm fighting. Oh, hold on. Yeah, just do this. Yes. The whole fucking party crashed. Like, it left me for fucking shit. I was connecting into your party twice. This shit fucking sucks, man. Alright, so who the fuck? Okay, so I'm the only person in this party. Whoop whoop. Hmm.